What is good, Call of Duty fans? Welcome back to episode 41 of Around the CDL. I'm joined by Alex and Preston, as always. We're going to talk about Major 1. We're going to potentially give some, predictions for Major 2. Whole bunch of stuff and an announcement, big announcement at the end of the show. So first things first, boys, how are we feeling on this fine Monday evening?
Feeling great, man. Happy to be here. Talking about the Major, you know what I'm saying? Upsetting weekend for OpTic fans, but nonetheless, we are here to talk about some great COD, and the event overall was a massive W. So, I'm just happy to be here as always, and very excited for the announcements. So,
Yeah, I mean, it sucks that it's Monday, and it sucks that we don't have COD for another 2 weeks or a week. But we're ready to talk about the Major. Yes, it was disappointing. I'll air out some of my frustrations.
Oh shit!
But it is what it is. We move on, and yeah, that's all we gotta say. Very exciting announcement at the end, so please stay tuned for that.
Hell yeah!
But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we can just hop right into the meat and potatoes chat. Just what's good to everybody who's here in chat right now. If you're watching in post, hope y'all are doing good as well. But let's just start it off by talking about the Major, right? I mean, that's the primary thing to talk about here on this episode. I'm just pulling up the bracket so we can look at it in its entirety. Let me switch scenes. Here is this, and then let me just move this over. I mean, yeah, here's the bracket in its entirety. Hold on, I fucked up the screen a little bit. L protection. I mean, everyone probably generally knows who finished where. Obviously, there were some upsets. There were some deep runs by some teams that potentially didn't expect to get a top 3, like the Miami Heretics. Overall, start from the high level. What did you guys think about the Major? What did you think about the matches? And then we can dive in more specifically to talk about teams. But generally, what was your thoughts about the Major?
The Major was a W for sure. I mean, there's a lot of very close matches. A lot of bangers, winners finals, and grand finals went down to the very last round. So, I mean, that's always super sick. Obviously, I wish my team would have done better, but it's not exactly easy for me to be very interested in an event where my team gets bounced early. And I was very interested in this event, even though my team was bounced early. So, that's a very positive thing. Honestly, the Spanish fans, the French fans, all the crowd was pretty sick. So, overall, massive W for sure.
No, yeah, I mean, I think just the event overall, it being, not in the US, first EU tournament and who knows how long.
Since
I think
2020.
just overall, it was just a really great event. The matches were bangers. Grand finals was a banger, as Preston said. I mean, it went to round 11, game 7. So I was like, I mean, how much more entertaining can you get from that? I mean, it was the two best teams fighting it out. And again, came down to the last match. So got to give it to props to Ultra for, putting on that production. Props to all the EU fans for showing out. And, showing mad love to all the teams that were there. Shout out to the teams for, battling out and, really putting on a good show for all the fans. So yeah, I think just overall it was a really big W. I mean, I wish I could have gone. My plan was to go, but work interfered. Unfortunately, I was on call, so I couldn't have went. But I mean, next year for surely, if there is an overseas event, wherever it is, EU, if they do one in Africa, I don't care. Wherever
Alex is
do
global.
This guy's global.
I will be there 1,000% because just the energy that I was getting from just like the videos that people were posting, I was like, I mean, like low key, like EU fans do it better than NA fans. If I'm being honest, like those guys are crazy out there. But yeah, just the event was all overall a W, and I just can't wait for Major 2. I mean, we'll all be there, so it's gonna be a great fucking time, man.
Yeah, dude, this Major was one of the best ways I think we could have started off the year. And I think it followed suit with everything that happened online, with how many game 5s we saw, how many upsets we've seen, how close matches and maps have been all season long up until this point. it just continued to be that way. We saw more 3-0s on LAN than we did online, which was pretty cool because it just shows you that, this LAN is a different beast at the end of the day. But this one was an absolute banger. I mean, all the way down to the grand final. This was the first Game 7 grand final we've had since, I believe, Major 5 of MW2. So well over a year at this point. We have not seen a Game 7. Absolute banger, down to the wire, upsets, Cinderella stories, round 11, Game 7 in the grand finals. But we're going to go through each team kind of as we talk about this. I said we kind of work our way through. We don't have to talk about every single team, really, or like for a long period of time, but we'll work our way sort of through the bracket, starting with the teams that went out 9th through 12th. LAG, Boston, Surge, and Falcons. Big one for me is Boston. This is a team online that looked really good. Upset potential, beat LA Thieves heading into the event, that last match. Purge didn't show out on LAN. Awakening and Cammy were hit or miss, and Snoopy tried to put the team on his back, but it just didn't work, and they went out top 12. So what did you guys think about the 9 through 12 teams?
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm sorry, go ahead, Preston.
No, go ahead. You go.
I was gonna say, like, I think kind of how you said it, Boston was the main team that I think surprised us all. I think we expected them to get at least top 6 at this major. But the other teams, I mean, we kind of expected it. I expected a little bit more fight out of Surge, especially how they were playing towards the end of the online split. I mean, LAG, they just kind of got, bad luck for the draw. Again, their record doesn't indicate how good of a team they are. I think they just need to put the pieces together. And they clearly showed that. I mean, they almost beat OpTic and sent them out top 12. But I think just overall, like, the biggest one has to be Boston, them going, literally going 0-2 and just going home for the rest of the day. Like, it just didn't really make any sense how you said Purge, Awakening, and Cammy just really did not show up on LAN. Are they onliners? Possibly.
Throwing out the word already.
Who knows? But I think, Falcon, Surge, I'm not really surprised by those, to be honest. But I think definitely the most surprising one is Boston, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I think LAG kind of got a short end of the stick, low key. I mean, I don't think if they were going into Madrid thinking that they were playing OpTic and win or loses round 1, so that sucks for them. But low key W fan base, and they look better on LAN than they did online. So I mean, that's positive for those guys. Boston was disappointing. We've been talking these guys up, and they just did not look good this weekend. It happens, bad weekends happen. They just did not look good. You didn't get any form of online Purge this weekend, which sucks. Him and Snoopy have been a very good duo all season, and you just didn't really get much from him this weekend. And I'm hearing some speculations that there might be a roster change in the near future for Boston.
You got inside info?
No, it's more like just fluttering around type of rumors.
I haven't seen anything, so I think this guy's got inside info, chat. He's Hollywood. I mean, we know this, but
potentially Boston might be looking to make a change in their ARs. So we'll see. Who are the other teams that got eliminated top 12?
Surge, Falcons, and
Surge.
LAG.
Oh, Surge got their shit rocked, man. Oh my God, Surge got their shit rocked. We talked about how ass this team is, bro, and then they go and win the last 2 online event series for them in the Game 5s, and we're like, maybe we're being a little too harsh on these guys. No, they got their shit rocked. For the entire time, we've been saying exactly what they look like, and I'm like, dude, maybe I'm just being a little too hard. No, they proved me right exactly. These guys suck. I mean, I expect these guys to make a roster change too. Yeah, I mean, well, I'm not gonna say much on Falcons. I mean,
my bad, Falcons.
Shout out to the Falcons. Woo!
Yeah, shout out to Falcons. Love those guys. They'll figure it out. But
they'll get a hard point win one of these days.
Yeah, I mean, that was that.
Yeah, I think for all of these teams, Surge, Falcons, it kind of just is what it is. I think both of those teams are kind of ass. Honestly, I thought Surge maybe was able to make a run, being upset against Ultra and winners round 1. I was very, very wrong. Boston just disappointing, and LAG, they did get the short end of the stick, but they should have won more online and not had to match up against potentially OpTic, I guess. For these 4 teams, though, what are we thinking roster change-wise? Preston already started it by saying he thinks Boston maybe make an AR change, and I 100% agree. I probably lean Awakening. over Cammy to be changed out here. I think you get a player who's going to guarantee you some more kills and help snooping in that department. But what do we think about LAG? What do we think about Surge? Falcons, I don't even think we have to talk about them roster change-wise. Who knows what's going to happen there? But the other two teams, what are we thinking? Are they making changes?
Pixie got to go. I would get rid of Awakening. LAG probably stays the same unless they want to drop Priest, unless they get like Illy for Priesta or they make a change for P-Dog. I don't think they get rid of the sub duo, and I don't think you get rid of Skies. So Priesta would be the only person I would change on that team. But they look like they're progressively getting better, and they have had a pretty hard schedule, so they're a little bit iffy for me. I don't know if they 100% make a change yet. I would say that Surge should probably go after like Neptune. Dude's been frying in challengers, and they need some slaying in their subs. 04 has been picking up the sling, but as we saw this weekend, if 04 is not getting kills, that team is not winning. Falcons, if you can get kicks back, I would. But that's the only change I would move. I mean, you guys have been carouseling your roster all season, so I wouldn't do too much. The only move I would make now is if you get kicks back, and I don't know. I guess you would get rid of what? Roxas, right?
Probably
So that's what I would
yeah.
do there. And that's it, right? I said everything. That's what I would do.
Those are the 4 in 9 to 12. Alex, any thoughts?
I mean, you pretty much said it all. I don't think LAG make a change just yet. Because again, they have been getting better. I will preface, I did not watch Thursday or Friday because I was in interviews all day. I watched Saturday and Sunday, and that was about it. But I don't think LAG make a change. Surge can bring in Neptune, yes. Boston, yeah, they need to change out their AR. I mean, pretty much what Preston said, to be honest. Like, I think it's pretty obviously what roles need to be switched and what players, unfortunately, need to be dropped on their head. But yeah.
Yeah, I actually think Preston said exactly everything I was going to say, so I'm not even going to reiterate it. I think that's perfect. All right, let's talk about 7th through 8th. We got 2 teams here. One of these teams, you know, near and dear to your guys' heart. We got OpTic Texas and Cloud9 New York. Let's start out with Cloud9 New York to talk about them first before we get into OpTic. We'll keep edge in chat before they hear you guys talk about your team. C9 looked better on LAN. They did look better on LAN, right? I mean, this is a team that all season long had 2 wins previously. Mind you, against Surge and ROKKR, so decent wins. But they got a win versus the Boston Breach team that probably should have beat them. And Sib looked significantly better on LAN. Kremp and Mac, I think, still did their thing. Attach is, I don't know, he's kind of there, in my opinion. We'll talk about roster changes for them after, but what was your guys', I mean, I know, Alex, you probably didn't really get to see them play because you were working, but Preston, any thoughts for you specifically about C9?
Yeah, I mean, the Boston series was solid. We saw kind of flashbacks to last year's Sib, not nearly the level that we saw of Sib last year, but we saw a much improved Sib from the online split, which was good because they won a series. They're just so boring to me, man. I just hate watching this
They
team.
are. They really are.
I've said multiple times now, they are the team that I hate watching the most. I literally would rather watch Falcons play. I'd rather, I mean, definitely watch Miami now. Those guys were fun. Like, they're the team that I hate watching the most in the league by far. That AR duo is just not fun. And the sub duos aren't exactly flashy that it makes up for a boring AR duo. Both players are kind of just doing what they need to do on the map. So, they were okay. They did enough to win a series. They beat a struggling Boston team, and then they lost to what? They lost to ROKKR, right? And okay. I mean, congrats. You got top 7.
They're Lanimals. They're Lanimals.
Nobody's gonna ride home talking about top 7, 8. So, I mean, that's really all I had to say about that. And you didn't miss too much, Alex, so.
But
Yeah.
Yeah, C9 are a team that, if we've talked about it throughout the year already, they're just in this weird spot where the players on their team don't feel like players that would get dropped, but I feel like they need to change anyway, right? Like, the players you think would be dropped on this team would be the subs, but they've been the best too. And the ARs are kind of like those name players that, like, you expect to be stars and just aren't being stars. I think Sib showed enough on LAN to probably save his spot going forward. And I think, unfortunately for me, I'm a big Attach fan. He's been one of my favorite players since I started watching COD. I think he's got to go. I think you need an AR player that is going to be selfless, that is going to do the dirty work and gap fill and just allow Sib to be the guy and to run around and to get kills and pretty much to have the green light. I think both Sib and Attach just aren't working because they both kind of play for themselves a lot at times. And even if they're playing for themselves, they're not even getting enough kills. I just feel like they're too disconnected from their SMG duo, and they just need someone that's going to give Sib the green light and give him the freedom to do whatever he wants or what he thinks is correct. Because, I mean, when he's frying, they're capable of winning, clearly, right? Especially on land. So, for me, I think they need a change, and I feel like Attach is just going to end up being that guy. Maybe they'll backstab Kremp and drop him on his head, as Alex would say. But I think that would be messed up, unless obviously people think they're going to bring in Pred because the whole friendship thing. But I don't know. What do you guys think about C9 and potential roster changes?
I could see it. I mean, you pretty much explained it perfectly. Attach is like kind of the outlier in this. Again, unless they want to do their little friendship cheese and bring in Pred and drop Kremp because he's played with Sib and Mac, which honestly I don't doubt if they do that because I mean if Pred is available, I'm pretty sure like everyone except for everyone except for FAZE would bring him on. So I mean I think Attach is kind of like the oddball out, even though Sib hasn't been playing nearly as good or hasn't been playing any better than Attach has in some sense. So, but I think they have more faith in Sib since they originally went into the season wanting to build around him. It wouldn't make any sense to drop him and keep Attach, who really hasn't been doing anything for your team. So, who for Attach though? I have no idea, to be honest. And I know people are gonna say like Encourage or Alec.
I'm sure chat's throwing names out right now.
I got a name. I got one that just makes perfect sense to me, to be honest. He feels exactly what you just said.
Spit it.
Tyler Fellow Johnson.
That's what I was thinking.
That to me, that just feels like the perfect AR for this team. He's going to make the right play on the map 100% of the time. You're not going to have to worry about kills, but that's going to unlock Sib 100%. So if you want the best version of Sib, Tyler Fellow Johnson's your guy. I mean, he just is.
He's been cooking in challengers too. He's been good. He's been good in challengers.
We know what we're getting from him. He's literally the definition of a team player. He's not going to perform at a level that is going to win you championships, but he's going to put your players on your team in a position to be the best versions of themselves. And that's what this team needs right now, because they are lifeless. Oh my God, they are lifeless. They are so boring. This team needs like a fellow, genuinely.
Yeah, I think also, like, people might be like, like, let's stop recycling old pros, you know what I mean? And I totally feel that. But, like, I just think he is, like, he's that guy that has the play style, the selflessness, the leadership to just enable Sib, enable Mac and Kremp to do what they need to do. And he's not, like, he's not, you know what I mean? He looks good in this game. I know last year he came on to Ravens and they did get a little bit better. Clay was playing better as his AR duo. I don't know that Fellow makes this team a contender, right? But I don't know who they could add other than maybe Pred to make them a contender, right? Of who's available, unless you just get the right pieces. And I'm sure there's challengers players out there that are better than we think they'll be. But I agree. I actually think Fellow would be kind of nice on this team, even though I do want to see more rookies and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about OpTic, man. Let's talk about OpTic Texas. They went out 7-8, came in as the #1 seed. But I'll let you guys take over, man. Let me hear your thoughts.
Disappointing. I mean, obviously came out flat. 1-5 in hardpoint on LAN is unacceptable to a team that honestly looked like one of the best hardpoint teams in the game online. So you can't go 1-5 in hardpoint over the weekend and expect to win many series. It was a very bad weekend, and one that I would imagine probably would not happen again in the entire season. Never want to see your team bow out like that, ever, but I'm glad if there was a time to do it, it's early in the season. It's better than later in the year, so kind of already just got over it, ready to move on to Major 2. home major, but definitely to a team that had the #1 seed, 6-1, and looked unbelievable in hardpoint, to not really do anything all weekend, go 1-5, and kind of get ran through for the most part. I mean, it was ugly. It was very ugly. And can't happen again because it wasn't good.
Ah. All right. Look, I am my team's biggest fan. I am also their biggest critic, and I will call shit out. It needs to be called out. But the way we played this weekend was unacceptable. There's just no reason why we go to our president said, looking like the best hardpoint team, if one of the best, if not the best hardpoint teams in the league online, to 1-5 online. There's just absolutely no reason that needs to happen. I don't know what happened. Again, I'm not behind the scenes. I'm not there while they're screaming and while they're practicing or whatever the case may be. But there's just absolutely no reason why we should be going. We went, except for the Ravens match, but we went game 5 with Miami and LAG, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
There should be no reason why us as a first seed should be going game 5 against the 8 seed and then struggling against LAG online. Given it LAG, 99 kids and all this other stuff, but it just doesn't make any sense, dude. Like, I love my team. Don't get me wrong. If they were to play right now, I'd probably still pick them over FaZe if we're being so real. That's just because of how delusional I am.
At least he's honest, bro.
There needs to be some cohesiveness when you come out. Again, it irritated me because I was at work and I was irritated throughout interviews because I had the screen kind of like minimized. So I would see them in the corner and I would see them get their shit slammed and I'd be like, dude, this pissing me off and I can't watch this fucking game right now because I'm mid-interview. So it just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know what the fuck happened. We went from like the worst control team to like the best control team because I think we won like most of our controls if I'm not mistaken. But we looked absolutely fucking terrible in HP. Our S&Ds were clearly not icy enough because we lost game 5, or we almost lost game 5 once, and we lost game 5 once. But the game to Carolina is what pisses me off more, just because of the simple fact that we played them during the minor, and did we go game 5 with them during the minor? I can't even remember.
Yeah.
During the minor,
did?
we did.
Yeah, we lost both
It
S&Ds.
just doesn't make any sense, dude. Like, what are we doing, brother? It's just irritating. I know people are gonna consistently still say we need to drop Kenny, we need to drop Hook, whatever the case may be. But I mean, I don't think that's the answer right now. Kind of how Preston said, and I wholeheartedly agree with him. I'd rather have this shit happen now than have this shit happen at Major 4 or at Champs or wherever the fuck the case may be. Because teams are just going to continue to get better, and if we're playing like how we did online at every major, it's not going to be a good year for us. Again, I don't anticipate them playing like this at every LAN, and I'd rather have this shit happen now. But, brother, I don't know. We just need to figure it out, get back in the booth. And, I mean, if you're going to talk the talk, you got to walk the walk. And unfortunately, we did not walk the walk this weekend. So...
We got the drums coming out, brother. We're chilling.
Oh, man, let's go. I mean, listen, LAG got cooked, but Miami had drums at the event. Look what happened to them.
Mm-hmm.
And home-crowd cheese.
They did.
Telling you, drums are life-changing.
The drums are
Me
the
and
fifth
Preston
man.
are bringing the drums.
Hell yeah. Nah, I think, bro, I think it was bad juju. I think they cooked themselves. They did that tier list video before the event, and Shotzi was cooking every team. He said Ravens don't play right. He said these guys are ass. He was shit talking Ravens before the minor. They lost. He was shit talking Ravens before the major. They lost. I think he put the bad juju in there. That's why whenever back when SCUMP was still playing and they would do these tier lists, he would like put OpTic in the F tier. He wouldn't say any bad things about other teams. He knew, bro. SCUMP knew. He'd been doing it long enough. But I think Shotzi, you know what I'm saying? He might have checked out. His teammates are motivated, the other ones. But nah, in all seriousness, obviously major disappointment, right? Like OpTic was the disappointment of the major, I would say, for sure. As a 1 seed, best hardpoint team in the game. You come in, you lose 4 hardpoints in a row. But what I will say is this team knows how to play. Like, clearly, obviously, online versus LAN can be different, and there's different pressures and things like that. But if they can fundamentally play hardpoint online, they can do the same thing on LAN. You just got to figure out how to replicate that and what went wrong this event. They really just got to block out the noise and lock back in. I've seen people all over Twitter and Reddit saying this team can't win with HAVOK. Right? You could call back to the MW2 season and say, oh, they didn't win with HAVOK, whatever you want to say. I think they can win. I think HAVOK has been, at this point, I think he's their best player. I think he was undoubtedly their best player. You know, maybe Shotzzy and HAVOK's, play styles are different than Shotzzy and Pred, but at the end of the day, I think they can for sure win. If they can win online, they can win on LAN, man. I truly, truly believe that. I don't think the mentality and actually how you play the game is any different. It's really just the pressures, potentially, that are on you from the crowd or on you from just feeling like when you're sitting on stage. So they can do it. They just need to lock in and figure it out. But, I mean, top 8, bro. You know, I don't think anybody had them going out top 8. Unless you're like a certified OpTic hater, I think everybody had them at minimum top 3. Pretty much everyone had it probably in the finals versus FAZE. So.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't think this team could definitely win. But I'm kind of like at a loss for words because it's like we were so good, #1 seed, and then we go out and we get shit on first map. Or we didn't get shit on, okay? I'm not gonna say that. But we should not be going game 5 with Miami, who is the 8th seed. And given, Miami's for some reason they always play OpTic really good. I don't know what the fuck it is.
It's Vickel's aura, bro. He walked him out.
I think so, dude. I think Vickel just kind of, he was up
They
there.
must have Dave Patty in the back somewhere too.
Oh my god.
I don't know what it was, dude. I think Shotzi saw Vickel up there, and Vickel's trash ass skills transferred onto Shotzi somehow, and
oh god,
it just happened that way. But yeah, team again, I have full faith in this team. If they were to play right now against FaZe, right now, I'd still pick them to win over FaZe. That's just how
he's crazy.
I am
He's crazy
in supporting this team, but they need to figure it the fuck out.
They'll be fine. They'll be all right.
They'll be fine. Rostermania, though, I think they got to make a change. I'm thinking they drop HAVOK and Kenny. They bring in
GodRx and Awakening.
Yeah, GodRx and Awakening. So you trade Kenny for Awakening to Boston. Nah, yeah, this team's not making a change though. I don't know. People are just wild. Yeah, maybe they'll bring back Pred. I don't think so, but you never know, right? I guess doors are never totally closed.
They're not making a change, Chad. They are not making a change.
Chad, I think what they got to do is bring in Arcides for Kenny.
Mm-hmm.
You reckon?
Yep, yeah. I think so. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's go to the 5th, 6th teams. We got the ROKKR and the Ultra here. The purple teams filling in the 5th, 6th spot. Toronto first. As this disappointing finish for Toronto too, right? A team that most people or a lot of people probably had top 4. Maybe some people had them in the T6 range, but you expect Toronto, especially at their quote unquote home major or hosted major, to play a bit better. And they got 3-0'd by FaZe, and then they lost in a game 5 to the Ravens. I mean, obviously tough opponents, but like, I feel like you expect a bit more out of Kleenex and Insight, given what they've been able to achieve throughout the years. But what are our thoughts on Ultra first?
Yeah, I mean, they look solid beating the shit out of Surge, and then they just got absolutely waxed by FaZe. So, I guess it wasn't great. They weren't great either. They were average. They were okay. I would say that they would consider this a massive disappointment as well. But you know what? I'm not allowed to talk too much shit on the Ultra because my team did worse. So
that's good work out of you right there.
You know what? It's okay. They'll be fine next major. You know what I'm saying? I'm all positivity for most teams here, except for C9 and Boston. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I don't give a fuck. We both didn't make Sunday, so we're both ass. You're ass. I'm ass.
He, me, ass.
Yeah. He, she, me, Wumbo. I mean, I think we all expected more from, again, both those teams, but it just is what it is. We both played like ass. We didn't play like ourselves. And yeah.
I will say the hardpoint map 1 versus FaZe was one of the best maps of the year. It ending to time, coming down 236 to 237. The ending of that map was just an absolute banger. If anyone in chat didn't watch that, you totally should go back and watch that map. That vault HP was just, I mean, it was every single player had over 30 kills in that map. It was absolutely insane. It was a complete bang out. One of the maps of the year so far for me. But yeah, I see people debating whether or not they think Ultra should make a change. It's really coming down to a lot of people think they should drop Insight because he's just too slow for this game. He's actually, I think, played better on LAN. We saw him being a bit more impactful in respawns. He's just got to play a little bit faster, bro. Like, just a tiny, tiny bit where that little extra damage he can put in and a few extra gunfights per map will help Kleenex, help Joe Deceives, help Beans finish off kills. And I think this Ultra team will be great. I really think they're like a 15-20% pace increase for Insight away from being a top team. So, but also, they were the best SND team in the game for a while. They were ass at SND the last couple weeks. Even leading into the event and then at the event. Their SND completely let them down. It was, I mean, they lost to FAZE. They lost both to the Ravens. You can't have that happen. And we see what SND wins championships, bro. Look at the grand final. We're going to talk about it, but fucking LA Thieves, we didn't know how to win. We didn't know how to win an SND, and look what happened. So I think Ultra's got to dial the SND back in. Insight's got to play a little faster, and they'll be all right.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Minnesota ROKKR, to talk about them real quick. I have been calling this team in the videos I recorded today. I think they are the dark horse. I think this ROKKR team is like the team that you can never count out. You never know what's going to happen when you play these guys. You're probably going game 5. They finally got wins that weren't game 5. They actually won 2 3-1s at this event. But this team, you can't count out. Geo looked really, really good on LAN. Nero Nestro looked good, but Paul X, man. He's probably if he's already back, if he already landed back in the States, he's probably packing his bags right now. Because unfortunately for him, he's just the odd man out, bro. I mean, you can look at the stats I have on screen. It's just maybe what he does in the comms is more important than we realize from the outside looking in. But man, oh man, they brought this guy in for SND, and he's got a 0.8, averaging half a kill a round. You know what I'm saying? It's just not cutting it.
Yeah, Illy's on the phone right now. About to get his ROKKR jersey shipped, you know what I'm saying? He's
just going to take Paul's jersey. Paul's got Sandy's jersey, and Illy will get it too.
It makes way too much sense to me that this feels like an Illy team right here, you know what I'm saying? This just feels like Illy just slots in and just takes over that Paul X role. That's my opinion here.
I think Shotzi said it best when they were talking about Paul X and like I don't know, one of their videos that Paul tries to play too much for his team and sometimes he needs to just kind of play a little bit selfish. And I mean, you know, love that. He's trying to get the best position for his team or whatever the case may be, but my guy, I don't know what it is. I don't know if the jersey is just kind of suffocating his brain a little bit.
It's
or
cutting the blood.
the blood flow. The blood circulation or something. But he needs to pick it up in some form or fashion.
Yeah, the ROKKR. I feel like they have like one of the most straightforward changes. I just think Illy slots in so good. He's going to help your SND, and he's going to be better in respawn, right? Like, that's just what Illy is. He's just going to... I think he raises the floor and the ceiling for this team, for sure. Okay, let's get into the top 4, man. Let's talk about the 4th best team at the event. It was the Carolina Royal Ravens. I mean, listen, they had quite the run, right? I mean, they lost to LAT. Vivid had a single eye, so to be honest, that wasn't really their fault. They got 110 points across 2 hard points. Then they 3-0'd the Falcons, 3-1 to OpTic, 3-2 Ultra, right? So they beat 2 teams that are up there with them as some of the best, and then they lost 3-1 to the Miami Heretics, who ended up placing top 3. So what do you think? What does this Ravens team look like if Vivid has 2 eyes from the start of the event? That's really what I want to know.
Probably top 8.
Okay, the one eye actually was a buff.
Yeah, this team is weird to me, man. This team is so weird.
Preston loves this team.
I don't know. I really don't know. They obviously beat OpTic and Toronto, but I'm not sold on these guys. I am really not sold on these guys. I don't know what it is.
The number one Ravens haters, Jack.
Every time I feel like I'm going to go full in on these guys.
Number one Ravens hater.
They just give me a reason. They give me a reason to not go in on these guys. I don't know what it is. I thought for sure that they had top 3 written in the bag. I actually thought they might make a run to grand finals, and then they lose to Miami and go out 4th. Like, it just pissed me off on Sunday. It genuinely did. So these guys are again on my shit list. You know what I'm saying? I can't go in on these guys until they actually do something that I'm like, fuck. Okay.
I gotta tip the consistency. You've been on them since the preseason, so you haven't let up. So I do tip that.
Listen,
Yeah.
they're definitely solid and they're a bit better than I've been giving them credit for. But we're talking like these guys are fucking godlike. I mean, they got fourth.
I mean, I just genuinely, I think like Slasher and Tej specifically, are just so much better than anyone could have predicted them to be. Like Tej, I mean, the Jackal has revived Tej's career, bro. The Jackal has absolutely revived him.
He's having crumble cookie.
Dude,
night.
I mean, literally, if I open up CDL Intel, right, because they tweet out like whatever it is, an MVP of the series. I think Tej got MVP of every single series they played. Yeah, there's 1, there's 2, there's 3. He got MVP of every single series they won from CDL Intel, and probably on Breaking Point's website too. Like, bro, Tej is him at this game, dude. Tej is him at this game. I don't know why. I don't know how. But this guy is just, it's his team. I thought it'd be Gwyn's. I think it's Tej's team.
We'll see. I mean, if he keeps it up, they're gonna be okay. But I don't see them keeping it up. I'm sorry. You guys can say whatever the fuck you want. Listen, if they keep it up and they look godlike, then I'm a hater. But if they don't, then I'm just this entire time I've been cooking. You guys are so fucking narrow-sighted.
Not to be honest, I think this is their ceiling, like top 4. Like, I mean,
they
you could
peaked,
say,
right? They peaked.
Yeah, you could
Me
say
too,
top
that's what I was
3.
thinking. That's what I'm
If
thinking.
they
I think
beat
they're hating,
Miami,
Chad.
but
They're
they
hating.
didn't beat Miami. Like,
They
yes,
peaked, right? They peaked.
Yes, they beat OpTic, they beat Toronto and stuff like that. But then, how do you go out and lose to Miami? I mean, people are gonna say the crowd and OpTic lost to Miami as well. So, whatever the case may be, I think this is like their ceiling, and that's not bad, to be honest. For a team like this, that's not bad. Like, especially when the top 3 teams have probably all the best players. Like, it's not bad that this is their ceiling. Of course, they would have probably preferred to get third, play lat, whatever the case may be. But I think this is their ceiling. Because, I mean, chat, do y'all really see them getting or winning an event?
Well, that's what
Like,
I was just about to actually ask chat. I can't see what they're going to say, so you guys need to let me know what chat's saying. But for chat, what do you think is the ceiling for this team? Is it can they win? Is it top 2?
Their
is it top
ceiling
4?
is not first. You are
what does chat think their ceiling is? For me, I genuinely think their ceiling is top 2. I think they can make a final. I think they need some things to go their way. I think they might need an OpTic versus FaZe, like in losers, one of them knocks out the other type thing. But I think this team can make a grand final on their day.
I don't know. I think they might get an LAG blessed to top 3 like last year. That's about it for me. I don't think they're getting to a final.
Dude,
they're not.
They made it
know.
top 4 with Vivid having staph infection in his eye. Imagine if Vivid is full. I mean, not even like, even if you consider like, okay, maybe he could see by the end of this event, right? Maybe by Sunday he could see fine. That shit had to still be bothering him. Imagine if they're all fully healthy. I think this team could make a final. I think they have to have some things go their way. I think maybe top 3 is a more realistic ceiling for them. But I don't know, bro. I think this team's better than some people think.
I think top 4 is probably their peak. I think I'm with Alex. I think they might replicate top 4 maybe one more time this season, but I don't think it goes higher than that. They peaked this event. They did. It's going to go downhill for them.
Yeah. Again, I can see them getting a top 3. Top 2, though, I don't know. I think
you
top
guys
3.
Can clip it all the fuck you want.
Yeah, clip it. No, clip it, chat, please.
You guys can literally clip it. Now, I will genuinely be stunned if they make a grand final. Genuinely, at all.
I mean, I'd be shocked too, but I think it's possible.
They might be bracket blessed LAG like Major 4 last year and get a top 3, like upset like a Toronto again, and then whoever they beat to get to top 3. Okay, sure.
Clip it, chat. Clip it. Listen,
OpTic peaking at top 8. Do we understand what the word peak means? You guys think that 8th is OpTic's best placement?
Oh man, I love when chat trolls.
You guys actually think 8th is OpTic's best placement? 8th is probably OpTic's worst placement this year, guys. I'm gonna be honest. Do we understand the definition of the word peaked? Do we understand?
We'll see, man. We'll see what ends up happening with those guys for sure. We'll keep tabs. That's like the team we probably are going to talk about a lot this year because Preston's certified hater #1. I'm a big Gwyn guy. I love Gwyn. So shout out to him. All right, let's talk about the third team, man. Let's talk about the Cinderella story of the event, right? The home crowd, their family and friends there. The Miami Heretics take down OpTic, the #1 seed in the first round. They get 3-0'd by LAT. Then they take down ROKKR. They take down Ravens, and then they get 3-0'd by LA Thieves again. Listen, not everyone's cut out to beat Miami Heretics, right? Actually, only one team could beat Miami Heretics this event. They had to do it twice. You know what I'm saying? But no, what I do want to say is this Miami team, they genuinely won a lot of like. They won some fandom in me this weekend. Like actually, like seeing the way these guys rallied together and got hyped with each other on stage. Seeing RANT's interview was genuinely one of my favorite interviews I think I've ever watched. Like just him being emotional and like being himself and talking about how like this was his dream to make it this far. That interview was amazing. And I mean, listen, are they going to get top 3 again? For them, I'd probably say this is their ceiling. But
yeah,
I guess
this event.
I guess you never know, right? I mean, maybe Super comes in one of these days. He's not coming in yet. He tweeted out he needs a challengers team in NA, so we know he's not coming in yet. But what did you guys think about the Miami Heretics at this event?
I mean, gotta give it up to them. They played great. You know, they came out, did what they were supposed to do, beat OpTic, and then went on a nice little fairy tale run. Did it in front of their fans. You know, did it probably in their home country. So, gotta give it up to them. You know, like can't diss that. They did what they were supposed to do. It looked great. But I also think that they did peak at top 3. This event, and that's bad, especially for a Miami team, you know, who coming in, a lot of people didn't think that they were going to be great, and even in the online qualifiers, they weren't that great either. So I got to give it up to them. You know, they played great. So shout out to them.
Big RANTcore guy here. Actually makes that Miami team enjoyable. As an OpTic fan, by the way, they beat us, and I was happy they got top 3. I mean, I was happy for them at least. I fear it's going to get a little bit harder for them from this point forward, because now they rode the wave. They got their top 3 in front of their home crowd, and they're probably on cloud 9 right now. And
they're on Miami Heretics, they're not on cloud 9.
Thank you. I think they're gonna maybe start to fall off the cliff a little bit, but that's okay because. If you would have went into the season saying Miami Heretics got a top 3, I think a lot of fans of the Miami Heretics would be probably ecstatic. So, shout out to those guys. Very, 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 very solid event. My guess is they might struggle a bit this major, but I do suspect a team change to come in probably for Major 3 would be my guess. But Lucky did enough this event to keep his spot, so shout out that dude.
He was shitting his pants, brother.
He was literally fighting for his spot, and he did enough. I mean, they got top 3, and he played solid enough to keep his spot. So Super's gonna have to wait probably at least another couple matches, unless they start like 0-4 or something like that. So we'll see. Shout out those guys. This team is much more enjoyable with no Vickle. So fuck that guy. Shout out RANTcore.
I will say for Miami, they actually had a relatively tough schedule so far this season, right? I mean, they beat Vegas, they beat Cloud9 in the qualifiers. They lost to Surge. They probably should beat Surge, but they also lost to Boston Game 5, lost to Ultra Game 5, lost to LAT Game 5, lost to Ravens Game 5. So they lost all those Game 5s to quality teams. Then they lost to FAZE in the minor, and then they lost to LAT twice at the major. So they're 0-3 against the Thieves at this point in the season. But actually a relatively hard schedule. So they were 2-5 coming into the event. So I feel like a lot of people probably like, these guys are ass, but maybe they're better. Maybe they are better than we thought they were going to be. And they just have had a tough schedule. Because, I mean, I'll look at their schedule real quick. They play ROKKR, LAG, FAZE, OpTic, Surge, Ravens, Breach. So like ROKKR, they could beat. LAG, they could beat. Surge, they could beat. I mean, I guess technically they could beat OpTic, right? We just saw that, but I don't know if they'll beat them again. But Breach, they can beat. We just saw them beat Ravens. So maybe this Miami team is better than we think. But yeah, I don't know if they're going to get any better than this at a major this year. All right, let's talk about the second place team, man. Let's talk about the second place team. I guess like specifically first, maybe we could talk just kind of about the finals. I guess that's really all anyone's going to care about when it comes to these two teams. They don't really have FaZe didn't drop a map up until they played LAT in winners finals, and LAT looked good, and then they got fucking reverse swept by FaZe. Dog shit fucks. I can't believe we trolled that. But what I will say is this was one of the best finals I have ever watched. In the 14 years I've been watching competitive COD, this was an absolute banger. It probably helps that my team was also part of it, so there's a lot more emotion in it. But I mean, what better way to start the year than a Game 7 Round 11 match, like in a grand final? Actually, no better way to start.
No, yeah, I mean, the two best teams played in that final, deservedly so. I mean, map one was an absolute banger because FaZe was like up what, like 160 to like 90 or something.
They were up
but these
120 to 60. 120 to 60. Yeah, they had a 60-point lead at one point.
okay,
They had a 60-point lead
A-
for a lot of the game, actually.
and like those last few rotations, LA Thieves just locked the fuck in, and that was a banger map one in my opinion. I said off rip, I was like, this is gonna be a banger series, and literally just traded blow for blow. And FaZe with the nastiest Neslo of all fucking time. Nastiest Neslo of all time, brother. I said, what? Like, Thieves just needed to win one surge. Just one surge.
god.
And they just didn't do it. I don't know. I don't know what it was, but FaZe is just nasty like that. You know, I tweeted out. I said FaZe did that. I mean, those guys are tough. All props to them. But Thieves weren't no slouch either. Like, they just got done being reverse swept 3-0 in Miami, came back at the finals, and took it all the way to a Game 7 Round 11 with the best team in the league right now. And I mean, that protocol, oh my God, when I tell you they played that shit so perfectly, that protocol control, FaZe was godlike. For some reason, they're always godlike on any map and mode or map and mode on protocol. But Jesus Christ, the fact that FaZe or Thieves kind of just ran their shit, I was like, dude, this is gonna go game 7, and then the fact they just went round 11, I said, oh, we were blessed. Us as COD fans, again, how Preston said, the last time we saw the grand finals go to game 7 was in MW2. You said
Yeah. Last event or Major 5 of MW2.
exactly, and dude, it was just a banger, just blow after blow after blow after blow after blow from both teams, and you know the guys are just playing great. It was a great day of COD. Even if OpTic wasn't there, like just everything about it, the matches. I mean, just the vibes of Draws versus Scrap, and you know, FaZe versus Thieves, and all this stuff. It was just a great time, to be honest. You know, those who were watching with Jake, myself, and Preston. I mean, the vibes were at an all-time high throughout the entire split, and yeah, I mean, great fucking match. Shout out to Envoy. Because he was
Love that
not,
guy.
yeah, bro. He put the team on his
I
fucking
love
back.
that guy.
He did not want to lose this shit, bro. He, even though like his numbers don't, you know, aren't flashing, don't pop out at you, he was making just all the right plays, getting all the right kills, and it was just working perfectly for Thieves. So shout out to Dill. He did his big one. I mean, Scrap was there. You know, I would love to see more from Hydra. Again, Hydra is starting to really worry me. But you know, it's one major, one online qualifier split. I'll give him his time, but I need to see more out of Hydra. And I mean, like the fact that they were able to shut down Simp and Abizi and FaZe still won, like you got to give his props to Cell and Draws. I mean, they did what they were supposed to do. Draws running down mid lane, game what or round 10 and just getting a 3-piece. Like, how is nobody watching? Like the balls on Draws to just do that, bro.
It's because we're ass at search and destroy.
Gotta give it to him. Gotta give it to him, bro. So again, I'm not a big Johnson fan. I will say that I've never really been a big Johnson fan, but the guy can play. You know, I was very hard on him at the beginning of the season when they were 0-3, and deservedly so because he wasn't playing the best. But he's turned up ever since. So I got to give him his props.
I think we're just in for a hell of a year, man. Listen, last year was like the year of flow state. I swear to God, every single team, like on Championship Sunday, there was like one team that just caught flow, and the finals, none of the finals were really close. I mean, the closest we had was the Game 6 New York and FaZe in Major 4. That was it. I mean, you had a 4-1 Toronto, you had a 4-1 FaZe, you had 4-0 OpTic, 5-1 OpTic. None of the finals were really close. It was really which team caught flow, which team was shooting the best and playing the best together. If this is any sort of sign as to what's going to happen this season, we're in for a banger year. I think this game is like so evenly balanced for all of the teams that it's just going to make for some banger series. And I don't know if we're going to have like a crazy takeover series in grand finals. Game 7 round 11 is insane. I mean, that's literally insane.
Dude, it was what was it? It was round 10 and we were like, "Oh shit, FaZe is about to win this." And Thieves somehow pulls it out. Oh my God, dude, this shit was a banger.
It was actually, yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. And dude, I'm just so freaking excited. Shout out FaZe. Those guys literally 6 weeks ago looked like they were absolutely dog shit. And then they won the minor, and now won Major 1. So shout out those guys. Finally playing the COD that we know they know how to play. So those guys are gross. Shout out LAT. Lots of question marks going into the Major with those guys. They looked like the teamwork wasn't really there. The cohesion was kind of all over the place. They looked very good this Major. Literally lost by technically 2 rounds. So shout out those guys. And yeah, I mean, honestly, put on an absolute show. I'm seeing people in the comments saying FaZe might not lose. Guys, they won a Game 7 round 11. I mean, it's not like they fucking shit on everybody, okay? Let's take a beat here. Those guys are godlike, but let's not like act like they're like the greatest thing since sliced bread, okay? Chill out. That is typical though. 12 win streak. What's the record? 14?
I think so. I think it's 14, right?
2 series away from tying the record is typical.
And guess who they play first?
They do.
OpTic
they do play
Texas.
Dude, OpTic's got a gauntlet of a fucking schedule.
It's online. You guys will be fine. You guys will go 7-0 online.
Absolute gauntlet of a schedule coming up. I mean, sheesh.
Because who do we play? We play FaZe, ROKKR, Ravens, Miami, Toronto, Thieves, and LAG. That is a fucking gauntlet, brother. And I mean, honestly, if we're gonna need to get better, this is who we need to play going into our Major.
It's good. It's good reps for sure.
Good reps.
Because we better lock the fuck in, or I swear to God, if we go top 8, I'm gonna do some unspeakable things. In game, of course. In game.
Oh man, yeah, dude. I'm sad, bro. I'm still sad. like the loss, it's not the worst thing in the world, right? But like it's just like this weight on me that is just lurking there. This L, bro. We were 1 round away from being the ones celebrating, right? And FaZe being the ones feeling how I feel right now. I can't even imagine how the team feels if this is how I feel. But like, genuinely, I'm gonna talk straight to the LA Thieves with this one. Bro, chow these motherfuckers in search. Chow them, bro. The maps like Vault and Skyline that are so one-dimensional, so straightforward, you just run to A-bomb and you plant that bitch. And then on defense, you pray you can retake, or you run to A-bomb and you chow that bitch. They're so one-dimensional. And for some reason, the Thieves just give everybody they play. It's not just FaZe. They do this against everyone. They give everybody all the map control. They play super passive and just pray the other team scams. And that might work against 11 out of 12 teams in a league, or 10 out of 12, because I guess we can't play ourselves. But it's not going to work against FaZe. FaZe is not going to scam. They're just too good. They're not going to troll on a Vault or on a Skyline. And it's like that last map, Skyline Game 7, we just would not. We gave them too much map control. We gave them, it felt like we had no confidence in these gunfights. You have Hydra and Scrap, two of the players with the best gunny we have seen in years. And you also have Envoy, who was on fire all event, and Ghosty, who was icy as shit the entire time. Like, just chow. And then maybe we still lose, right? I mean, they got Simp and Abizi, Draza, and Selly on the side, right? Maybe you just lose. But, like, playing those retakes or sending Envoy to plant a bomb by himself in the last round is just dumb. Like, it's just stupid, right? Hydra making that play underground. Obviously, hindsight, we could tell it was a bad play. If he gets a kill there, everyone's praising Hydra for a great play. You know what I mean? It's just one of those 50-50 risk-reward plays you get from a guy like Hydra or a guy like Shotzi or a guy like Abizi in a search and destroy. Maybe, given the situation, you slow it down. You play a simple default go away plant bomb. Have Dan sit in the back of the map and watch for flanks type shit. But if this LA Thieves teams dials in their search and destroy, it's just specifically really a couple of these maps, I think they're going to be dangerous. I think they're going to be seriously dangerous. I didn't even think the SNDs would be this close against FaZe. The fact that it was 6-4, 6-5 in the first series where we got reverse swept, we took the game 2, we lost the game 5. The 6-1 Vault SND, that one on the screen right there, dog piss. I don't know what the fuck we were doing. But other than that, like, genuinely, if they figure out search and destroy, it's going to be insane. But this grand final was amazing, bro. Unbiased glasses off, right? LA Thieves fan glasses off. This was an amazing grand final. Obviously, congratulations. Thank you for taking glasses off. I don't have any to take off. Congratulations to FaZe. Obviously, I mean, they earned it. They deserved it. They were the best team coming into the event. Most people had them winning in their bracket. And they got it done, right? They beat LA Thieves twice. They reverse swept them. And they went blow for blow in the finals and iced up when it mattered most. So, obviously, shout out to FaZe. They are the best team in the game. But also, bro, shout out to just the 8 players in this lobby, because look at that scoreboard. Obviously, Ghosty goes -15, not ideal, but he only had 5 less kills than Simp. Stellium goes +14, Scrap goes +12. Every single one of these players put on a show for us. There was not a single player who got completely chokeslammed, and there was not a single player who was frying where no one could keep up with them. Like, it was blow for blow, every single player playing well, and it was just like such a good watch. It was such a good watch. And also to do my guy Dan Ghosty some justice here, he might be -15. Literally -10 of that came in the map 6 protocol control, which we won. So, you know what I'm saying? It's not the end of the world. But yeah, man, it just the best grand finals I think we could have started the year with, honestly.
Definitely.
And the only way it would have been better is if LAT won, you know what I'm saying? But it's okay. They're going to win Major. They were waiting to win Major 2 while I'm there in person.
Oh God, brother. Okay, sure. Two things that I do want to point out, which definitely could have gone in Thieves' favor. I'm not a fucking pro. Don't come at me if I sound dumb as shit.
I'm coming at him.
Okay.
And on him.
Skyline.
Ended him.
Okay.
I don't know what round it was where they didn't pick up bomb.
Yeah.
And they left Ghosty in the back where he's literally watching. He's in deep back and he has bomb. That should never be the case. I don't know what the fuck the play call was there, but that should never be the case. I don't know why Ghosty's laying down back of their spawn, holding an angle, and he has bomb. That should never be the case. Again, I don't know what the play call was there, but sure. And then that round 11 where they were on offense, how long did they stay in their spawn?
It was pretty much until Hydra died, like 40
literally
seconds into the
until
round.
Hydra died, and it doesn't make any sense because if I'm FaZe and I don't see any pressure on the map, I'm gonna think someone is coming through the vent. That's the only way. They're waiting for someone to get through, and the only way for them to get through is through the vent. And Hydra dies, and
I'm gonna crash out.
And it just doesn't make any sense. If I'm Thieves, I'm running at A. That's literally all that Thieves did was just run at A and get the bomb down. That's what the fuck Thieves needed to do. Get A, put the bomb down, put the ball in their court. Because now they have, what, 30, however fucking many 40 seconds they have, 40 to defuse the bomb instead of a whole 2-minute round. Brother, get the bomb down. As Doug Sensor would say, if Doug was on that fucking team, Doug would have laid that shit
oh my God, we need
perfectly.
All right, listen, I got to crash out for a second. You just triggered me. 3 different things I got to talk about. Number 1, Can we watch the fucking bomb? How many times did we get ninja diffused in this series? It happened like twice in the vault. It happened round 11 on Skyline. What? Plant the bomb for whatever the strategy is. Can we watch the bomb? That's number one. Number two, the round 11 play, exactly what you said. Obviously, FaZe is watching underground. We let them have the entire map. We didn't do shit the entire time. Ghosty was in spawn. Envoy was chilling, waiting to go plant A. Hydra was working underground, and Scrap was top or something on plat. I don't know where Scrap was, honestly, I don't know what that play call was. We just decided, let's turtle up and hope that they scam and FaZe in the scamming. And then the last thing is that fucking round 10 where Draza runs up mid and gets a 3-piece. We must be brain dead. We must be brain dead. We send 2 underground, which is fine, right? It's an unexpected play. They get the first blood on a BZ. Right? Great. We're up a player. Let's go, man. Good shit. We got the first blood, which, for the record, we didn't do very well. They had 8 first bloods. We had 3 that map. So that was one of the 3 first bloods we got. Ghosty's in a car. So we BZ sees 2 underground, and they hear Ghosty in a car mid-map / A-bomb. There's only 1 player available to cover the rest of the map that's not underground. Of course, Draza is going to take the space. He obviously knows how to play Search and Destroy. He's a great player. I don't know why Scrap is watching plat. Maybe they just thought someone could have slipped through but past the car or something. Draj just runs down mid-map because he identifies there's going to be a gap somewhere. He didn't see or hear anything mid. He just fucking books it, pops 2, turns around and guns the guy coming up the rope because obviously they're coming up the rope. We knew they were underground in the first place. Dude, oh my God, that fucking round pisses me off, man. It pisses me off. And obviously this is me with my hindsight 2020. I don't know how to fucking play COD like a pro glasses on, right? Like, obviously, I'm sure they had the reasons for their plays that I'm not going to understand. But, like, bro, also, once they got that first blood, at least one of them should have been running. Like, they got that blood a solid 10 seconds before Draza kills Ghost in the RC and then kills Scrap. There should have been someone ready back out of underground. If you want to leave one under there to watch the push, that's fine. But, listen, it's just little plays. You know what I'm saying? I'm reeling myself back in. It's just little plays. They're going to figure out the SND. And once they do, these guys are going to be nasty. Once they do, they're going to be nasty. As long as the hard point and control doesn't get worse at the sake of the SND. But SND wins championships. And if we knew how to win a couple more rounds, you know, we wouldn't have gotten ultra super duper Nesload.
Okay. LAT OpTic Grand Finals is going to be Cinema Major too.
Yeah, I can't wait to 4-0 you guys. It's going to be too easy. And yeah, I mean, listen, we kind of touched on FaZe, right? These guys are just the nasty. I do want to say specifically for FaZe, right? I think the literal key thing as to why FaZe won is Celium on the Jackal, bro. This guy
1,000%.
MC with the Jackal is quite literally the reason FaZe won this event. LAT could not match pace. They couldn't. Ghosty would pull out the Jackal here and there, and he's good with the Jackal. He's not as good as Celium. For some reason, we would just keep going back to 2 ARs, and FaZe would have 3 or 4 Jackals on the map, on Hasi or on Vault, and we just could not match pace. It wasn't in the event. GA the Jackal. Yeah, honestly, bring the PPSH in. That's the whole reason that's really the reason we lost, right? Obviously, SND could have been better, but, like, we win those respawns, especially on, like, Hacienda, if we match pace with the Jackal or Celium just doesn't pull it out, but I do want to give FaZe and Celium that credit. I also think Celium should have won the event MVP, but they gave it to Simp. Honestly, it didn't really matter. I think everyone did their job that event.
They did what they were supposed to do. Shout out to those boys. We were all giving them shit when they were 0-3, and honestly, deservedly so. I mean, you weren't playing how you're supposed to be playing, but let's not get it twisted. All of us said we knew FaZe was going to come back to the FaZe that they were always meant to be and were always going to be. So it was just a matter of time when, and they clearly did it at the perfect fucking time. They won the minor. They looked like the best team going into the major, and the best team won the major, and it's as simple as that. And they're probably going to continue to be one of the best teams, if not the best team in the league, until the end of the season, as FaZe always gets number 1 in the seedings for champs, or just like overall. So got to give it to them.
I don't know, bro. That guy Preston might have tweeted out some crazy shit about FaZe when they were 0-3. And it might have gotten posted on the Reddit, and he might be getting flamed for the last, like, 24 hours. Dude, also, it absolutely pains me that 100T lost to FaZe in 2 grand finals in a row, back-to-back lands. EWC, and now this Major 1. It's all good. They own us, I guess. It's all good.
Yeah.
So good.
You know, all right, I'm locked back in. Also, shout out to Upcast for the $2 super chat earlier. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. Major 1 was a movie. It was an absolute movie. But that leads me to the next thing I want to talk about, which is way too early Major 2 predictions, right? Major 2 is going to be in Texas. We're all going to be there. So if you guys are there, let us know. Hopefully we get to meet some of you guys at the event. But I want to know your guys' early predictions. I want to know your winner, your runner-up, dark horse team. So just basically a team outside the top teams you think will make a run. Your MVP, and then one player you think is going to be a surprise star at the event. So what do you guys got for Major 2? And chat, you guys play along as well. This is just kind of like, say it now, and if one of us is right, we clip it and we ship it, baby. So give me your guys' predictions.
LAT win. OpTic come in second. Surge have a dark horse run.
Okay. MVP and surprise star?
MVP, Scrap, surprise star, Neptune.
Ooh, Neptune on the surge is what you're booking on. Okay, I see you. Alex, what are we thinking?
Yeah, I'll go Lat first. OpTic second. FAZE third. And then what else did you say?
MVP and surprise star. And dark horse.
MVP would probably be Scrap, obviously. And then dark horse.
Yeah. And surprise star.
I'm gonna go with ROKKR again as dark horse. I mean, I think if they truly make a roster change for Mr. Paulie D over there, I think they'll get a lot better. So I'll say them, and then surprise player.
Tough one.
I don't even know, brother, to be honest. I have no idea.
It's tough, right? So trying to pick one player you think is going to potentially show out.
I mean, because like there's the obvious choices, obviously, like Scrap, Sam, all the obvious choices, but I feel like it's kind of just expected for them to do that.
I can go. I'll go while he thinks.
I'll go Tej again.
Tej? There you go. There you go.
I'll go Tej again.
I think LAT win. I think FaZe gets second. I think we get a rematch. I think it goes the other way this time. I think these guys just go blow for blow all season long. I think it's going to be an absolute banger. Dark horse. I'm kind of feeling a
Raven.
I'm kind of feeling a Cloud9 dark horse. I'm kind of feeling Cloud9 make a roster change. They come to LAN. They get a little dark horse there. MVP, I'll go Scrap as well. I just think Scrap's probably consistently LAT's best player. And if I have them winning, I'm going to go with the guy on that team. And then surprise star, I mean, to bounce off my dark horse, I'm going to go with... I mean, I guess I could say Sib. I don't know if he'd be considered I guess considered this season, I guess he's a surprise. But we know what Sib's capable of. But I don't know. I think Cloud9, maybe they make a little roster change, bring in someone to maybe take that AR spot from Attach. Also, someone DM'd me to this. It's actually not a bad idea. C9 drop Attach. Attach goes to Boston for Awakening. I think Attach could guarantee them a little extra kills, which I think could help that Boston team. But that shout out to the person who DM'd me that. But yeah, I think that's what I got. I think FaZe LAT final is just going to be a banger. I think we're going to get it a couple times this year until OpTic shows me they're going to show out on LAN. I think FaZe LAT might be a final booking for the minute. But yeah, those are the way too early predictions. We'll see who ends up being right. Like I said, we put it out there, and then we'll see if we end up being correct.
Boston LAG mates.
Yeah, I was gonna say LAG's winning the event. The French fans are gonna be like 1,000 of them that fly out. Okay, listen. Before we get into our big announcement, which some people may or may not be waiting for, I got a game for us to play as always. You know what I'm saying? We like our games around here. And we're going to be doing a 2025 Black Ops 6 stats quiz. So I have 5 different categories. And I'm gonna need you guys to try and guess. And chat gets to play along. There's gonna be 3 players per category. Every player you get correct, you get a point. I'm gonna see which one of you guys can get more points, okay? So your first category is gonna be which 3 players have the most total kills this season. And I got all these stats from the CDL wiki. It looks like it was updated as of yesterday. So They should be correct and up to date, but if it's not, don't crucify me. I just took it from their website. So which 3 CDL players do you think have the most total kills this season?
Total kills?
Simp, Scrap, Hydra. Simp, Scrap, Envoy.
I'll go Simp, Scrap.
I'm reading chat as well. I'm trying to see how dialed in you guys are this year.
Simp, Scrap, Shotzi.
Okay.
Simp, Scrap, Celium.
Simp, Scrap, Cell, Simp, Scrap, Shotzi. So you guys basically said the same shit?
I'm just trying
Or
to think.
you're reading chat?
I'm just taking teams, both of them.
Okay, so
I'm covering chat.
both of you guys get 0 points.
Shit.
The correct answer is Gwyn is number 1 with 1,297 kills. I'm looking down, by the way, because I have this written down. Tej is number 2 with 1,268 kills, and Nero is number 3 with 1,239 kills. So it's Gwyn, Tej, Nero are your top 3 right now, which I don't know if people would think, but you got to remember how many game 5s we go to, how many different runs have we made, right? Total maps is going to play a thing into here, but that's an interesting one. All right, your next category is going to be which 3 players have the lowest total plus minus so far this season? Who has the 3 lowest plus minus? So basically, who's been getting cooked the most? 3 lowest plus minus players. What do we think?
I feel like
Ixie.
Oh. I would say like Awakening, Hixie.
Roxas, Awakening, and
And
Hixie.
someone from Falcons, dude.
Roxas, Awakening, Hixie. Oh, Roxas, Hixie, Paul X.
Alex, any thoughts?
He may still be on here because wait, is it just current? Is it people that are just currently playing?
It's everybody that's played, right? But the more maps you play, the better chance you have.
I would go King of Booty.
Oh god.
King of Booty, Hixie, and Paul or Awakening.
All right. Preston gets all 3 points, and Alex gets
That's
1.
crazy.
Paul X is currently lowest with minus 163. Pixie is second lowest with minus 128. And Roxas is third lowest with minus 120. So Paul X has been getting cooked the most out of every single player. What's Kenny? I don't know. I don't actually know. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Let's see.
I'm hard, Chad. I'm hard.
Let me see if I can find it real quick. Hold on. I'll find this for you in 1 second. Kenny is 47th at minus 106. He's 6th from the bottom. Okay, so Preston's on 3 points. Alex is on 1. Oh, let me write this down. Preston's got a 3. Alex has got a 1. Okay, now we're going to do the flip side of it. Who's got the highest plus minus? 3 highest plus minus players. What do we think?
Sam. Scrap Shotzi. Fucking done.
Hook.
Plus minus.
Kicks.
Oh, you're not wrong about him.
Okay, one more out of you, Preston.
Pred.
Celium. Who kicks Celium?
Hook kicks Celium. And Alex, who did you say? Simp Scrap Shotzi?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Alex is going to dial in 2 points there. And Preston's going to dial in 1. Number 1 is Celium, plus 150. Number 2 is Shotzi, plus 146. And number 3 is Scrappy Doo, plus 143. All right. All right. We got ourselves a 1 point game. Preston barely in the lead right now. So those are those 3 done. All right. We're down to our last 2. I got 5 categories. So we got 2 more. Next up, what 3 players have the most kills per map in Hardpoint this year? So all the Hardpoints averaged out their kills. Who has the most kills per map? Who's averaging the most kills per map in a Hardpoint right now? The 3 most.
Hook. Nero. Gwyn.
Okay. Alex.
Wait, so you said most?
Who's averaging the most kills per map in Hardpoint?
Oh, who's constantly dropping 30s and shit? I'll go like Shotzi again. Gwen? Question mark.
Okay, question mark. One
And
more.
I'll go Sell. Sell.
All right. That's going to be 1 point for Alex, 0 points for Preston. So we got ourselves a tie game heading in. Number 1 is Snoopy with 30.7 average kills. Number 2 is Linz with 30.2 average kills. And number 3 is Shotzi with 29.6 average kills.
Oh, damn it.
My glorious goat Shotzi saved me.
Yup, there you go. All right, shit. We're coming down to the last category here. Tied up at 4 points apiece. I think Hook. Let me check real quick since everyone's saying Hook. That's not the right game mode. Hook was number 6. Hook was Pred was technically number 2, but he only played 3 maps, so I didn't count him. But Nero and Hook were the next 2 after that.
All right.
All right.
Lock in
Last one.
5.
Who's gonna get it, man? Who's gonna win it?
Lock in game.
Here we go.
7 round.
This
11.
is game 7, round 11 right here. Who are the 3 players with the most captures in control this season? And technically there's 4 because there's a tie. So, but give me 3 names. But you do have an extra chance basically to get one. Who is the 3 players with the most captures in control this season?
Most captures?
Mm-hmm.
Raza, Geo, Envoy.
It's gotta be someone who's not doing shit.
Raza, Geo, Envoy.
Envoy.
Okay.
Envoy is my
Okay.
favorite.
I'll go like Slasher,
Okay.
Ghosty.
Okay. Wait, damn, you said not doing shit and you put Ghosty on that. That's fucked up. All right, it's all good. It's all good.
My fault, Dan.
All good,
My fault. Slasher, Ghosty, and who's not doing shit as well?
That's so fucked up.
Vivid.
I can confirm we have ourselves a winner there's no tie anymore. And this person got 2. The other person got 0 correct.
Oh no, fuck, I'm fucked.
Your most captures in control this year with 73 is Reese Vivid, which means Alex is our winner. And in second place with 69 caps, it's Simp. And in third place, technically tied for third place, with 68, it is Scrap and Ghosty. So Alex gets 2 points. He's the winner of your 2025 Black Ops 6 Stats Quiz. Congratulations to Alex, man. Congratulations. GG's in the chat, man. GG's in the chat. And shout out to anyone who got those right. I saw people that were pretty dialed in. I did see people that were pretty dialed in.
Damn, that's crazy. Sip is getting on the point.
Yeah, you got to think, bro. You got to think who's good at control, and you got to think who's got Gunny to stay alive on the point.
I was just thinking of who's not doing shit, and they're just getting told.
I mean, I guess like Vivid and Ghosty are probably kind of just getting on the point, but Scrap and Simp, I think, are just staying alive. So yeah, shout out to Alex, man. Congratulations on the victory. You
finally win.
You get the trophy. You actually won the last game we played too. You're on a 2-win streak, I think, right now. Because usually Preston's cooking your shit. I can't lie.
I'm cold right now, chat.
I'm just like FaZe. I'm on 2. I'm on a 2-win streak.
There you go. There you go. You're back-to-back LAN champ. We're gonna have to do this at LAN to see who's got the ice in person. All right. I think it's about that time, boys.
I think so too.
I think we have an announcement to make, if you know what I'm saying. I think we have an announcement to make. Chat, obviously, we've been teasing an announcement for a minute now. There's been rumors here and there about what could potentially be going on.
Clip it.
You guys can put your predictions in the chat. But we would like to officially announce that we are now partnered with Omit, man. We're so honestly honored for Omit to agree to work with us. Shout out to Rafi, really for reaching out and working on this with us, man. We're super excited to see what we can continue to grow for the show. Also, look at this graphic. That shit is so sick. But to continue to see what we can build for the show and obviously how we can help Omit and even challengers. So shout out to them. Shout out to Rafi, man. But super exciting. And you know what I'm saying? It's only up from here.
Yeah, I mean, we were always kind of like teasing around who we were going to go with and stuff like that. And, that boy Rafi came through and I wasn't on the call because I was in the interviews, but Preston and Jay kind of filled me in after it. I mean, I'm excited to work with them. It's good to have a top challengers org. To be honest, they just won the Cup 5, so shout out to them. We were big Omit fans for that while we were watch partying, and it's just great to be able to work with an org like that who actually honestly wants to work with us as well. Talking with I'm sorry if I'm saying his name wrong, Rafi or Rafi.
Yeah, I don't know which one it is, to be honest.
Yeah,
that's an
sorry.
L out of us.
Yeah, sorry, Rafi. But just talking with him, he genuinely is excited to work with us. It's not like just kind of like, yeah, we'll put our name on it and yada yada yada. But no, it's actually he wants to work with us. He wants to have us do stuff at majors as well in person. So I'm all for it. So shout out to everyone who's been supporting us, because without this or without y'all, this would not be possible. So we really appreciate everyone. And yeah, we're going to continue to grow and continue to, do more, cool stuff, whether that's with Omit or with anybody else. So shout out to Omit for real.
I'm geeking.
He's I think Preston's the most excited. I mean, we're all hyped, but Preston has been geeked about this, chat.
Oh my god, I think this is so fucking cool, man. I actually think this is so cool. I mean, I don't know what to say, man. This is sick. Just 3 buddies doing a podcast and is now partnering with a really, really big name in challengers. I mean, this is sick. So, shout out Omit Brooklyn. I'm expecting to do a lot of big things with these guys, and I'm just on cloud 9, man. I'm stoked. I'm very happy.
You're on Omit. You're not on cloud 9.
Okay, thank you.
different blue org.
Thank you. Yeah. Man, I'm stoked.
Yeah, chat. It genuinely, like, the coolest thing about this, to give you guys a little bit of insight on like the behind the scenes. The coolest thing about this was when we talked to Rafi, when Preston and I were on the call with him, we talked to him for a while, honestly, on Discord. He basically was like, I love what you guys are doing. He's watched the show, and like, he doesn't want to change things. Like, they're not coming in and being like, okay, you have to talk about challengers for 30 minutes. You got to talk about us. You got to plug us here. Like, they want us to continue to do what we're doing because they feel like the show as a whole and like the way we engage with you guys, which is like the biggest pillar for us. Like, we feel like talking to you guys is what makes us different and also what makes it more fun for us. They just want us to continue doing what we're doing, double down on how we're going, and they're just going to support us in any way possible. So shout out to you guys, obviously. If you guys didn't watch, this wouldn't even be a thing. But shout out to Omit. Expect some challengers, watch parties, obviously watching Omit as they play. Hopefully going to be able to get some people on as guests, maybe some players. Rafi, I'm sure, will come on in one of these episodes, and you guys will be able to ask questions to any guests we have on. But just bigger and better things, hopefully going to events in the challengers pit, doing interviews with you guys, with players. There's a lot of things we want to work on and hopefully be able to do. And I mean, this is just a start, right? This is just the announcement. So it's going to be sick. It's going to be really sick to see what we can continue to do. Obviously, how we can grow the show, but just the different ways we can kind of innovate, right? Because growth is cool, but like, I want to do different. Like, I want to be different than the flank. I want to be different than Dope Check. I want to be different than every other watch party. So that's really what we're focused on. So if you guys have ideas, also let us know. You can hit us DMs on Twitter. You could comment on this, whatever the case may be. But shout out to Omit, man.
Oh, man.
But honestly,
so
like,
sick, bro.
Honestly, because it was funny because they got on the call. I don't even know what day it was. I don't know if it was like a Wednesday or something or a Tuesday.
I think it was Tuesday.
I got on FaceTime with them and they explained everything to me, and I was like, brother, like, this is exactly what we've been looking for. Someone to just kind of support us in what we do. Again, we're trying to be a little bit different. We know there's a flank and they do their stuff. We know there's Dope Check and they do their stuff. We know Scump has his watch party. He doesn't do the breakdown anymore, but nonetheless, like, we just want to be different from them again. So, because in this day and of age, if you do the same thing as everyone else, kind of gets stale. No one really, wants to support you. So I'm excited for this endeavor with Omit. Shout out to them for, trusting us, supporting us. The biggest thing, because without them, a lot of the stuff would not be possible that we want to do in the future. So again, if y'all have any ideas, if y'all have any anything y'all want to see us do, drop it in the chat, DM us, put it in the community. And yeah, just so happy to work with them.
Yep.
That's
Make sure you
definitely a challengers watch party.
definitely
for
going to be
sure.
challengers watch parties.
For
Also,
sure.
we just hit 900 followers on the page, so we're 100 followers away on Twitter chat from a big
Let's go.
1,000 follower giveaway.
Let's go.
So you
Let's
guys
go.
better drop a follow on that page right now
Yeah.
because we're doing a
Listen,
giveaway.
We've been
I think
talking with
from-
each other. We've got a bunch of ideas, man. We actually have got a bunch of ideas. Jake keeps saying 2025 is the year around the CDL, man. We are all of us
bro.
are putting our nose to the grind. Promise, Chad. We promise we are not going to let any of you guys down. We're here to make you guys proud. And this is just step one, man. This is actually, I've said it multiple times, I'm geeked. I think this is super freaking cool. Like, me 4 years ago wouldn't even have thought that I'd be in a spot to do this, and I'm sitting here talking COD with some of my best friends. So this is sick. Shout out Omit, shout out Rafi, and shout out every single person in chat, guys. You guys are actually MVPs, and we're here to make you guys proud. We're here to make content for you guys. We're here to keep you guys entertained, and this is only the beginning, man. We're not slowing down anytime soon. So, expect a lot. Join the community. Follow us on Twitter. We are always open for suggestions. We are different from everybody else. We are trying to make a community with you guys. Involve every single one of you in with us. We don't want it to feel like it's us with you guys. We want it to feel like you guys are a part of us. So, any suggestions you have, any ideas that we can make something better, ideas for the future, anything you guys got, just keep throwing our way, and obviously we take as much advice as we can get, man. So shout out to you guys, genuinely, shout out.
Yeah, man, I'm geeked. It's going to be sick. I'm excited to see how much more we can do, who we can bring on the show, bringing some of you guys on the show. I want to, my guy Rick set up a little stage in the Discord that we could bring on like callers essentially to have some debate, talk about different questions. We're going to be doing a bunch of different things. We're just going to continue to innovate, and at the forefront, like Preston said, is going to be interacting with you guys. I think that's the thing that we enjoy most and can make us most different, is just talking to you guys and actually giving everybody an outlet to talk about COD. You know what I'm saying? The whole reason I wanted to start my channel, I wanted to start this show, was just an outlet to talk about COD, because I had no friends IRL that watched this shit. And this is why I started it. And I know there's a lot of you guys out there who also got no IRL friends to talk about this with. And many people come to the watch parties, come to these podcasts to talk about COD, because this is somewhere where you can actually talk to other people and be a part of the community. And that's at the forefront always, man. We're going to keep doing that. So thank you guys for real. And yeah, I mean, speaking of talking to you guys, y'all got questions, topics, things to talk about. My guy Radiation sent me a little DM here with a cool thing we can look at while you guys put some questions and stuff in the chat. But he dropped me here the viewership for Major 1. The viewership for Major 1, we peaked at just under 234,000 people. And interestingly enough, the peak was for LAG versus OpTic, not for the grand finals for Major 1. So, you know what I'm saying?
I think that's kind of,
That's
funny,
insane.
but I think it's kind of obvious in a way, because I mean, LAG, them gentleman fans, what do they call themselves? The
green
the
suits.
green people, the green suits, the green people, whatever the fuck. I mean, that honestly, when I saw that shit, I was like, the green suits versus the green wall. That shit sounds kind of tough. But they have a lot of people. They had a bunch of watch parties. Honestly, when Ultra released like all the watch parties that were gonna be there, I didn't know like half of them.
Yeah.
But I was like, this is great for the fucking team. I mean, it's a bunch of people who can have eyes on the COD League. Hopefully we can bring more fans in, and that's exactly what LAG is doing. So I got to give props to them, because they're doing what no one thought was possible, and that's match OpTic in terms of like fans. So shout out to them.
Yeah, dude. Are you good, Preston?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Good. Yeah, the viewership numbers hopefully just continue to go up. As OpTic makes it deeper in tournaments, as hopefully LAG makes it deeper in tournaments, I think viewership will continue to go up. I wouldn't be surprised if we hit over 300, 350K at some point this year, depending on how far those teams make it. But yeah, bro, shout out to LAG for real, though. Shout out to Gotaga, shout out to LAG, and all the green suits, LAG fans out there. I mean, like, we're actually in a place where, like, people always say if OpTic disappeared, right, COD would die, and I still think that's true. But like, we're in a place now where this is the best it would be if OpTic died, right? Like, because in previous years there'd be no fans. At least now we'd have some LAG fans that still watch the scene. So I just shout out to them, man. They're adding a little bit more into the scene that I think all of us fans from every team are grateful for. All right, what's going on in chat? What's going on in here, man? Welcome to Omid. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I see Rafi's in the chat. Let's go. Rafi, I need you to tell me, bro. Is it Rafi or is it Rafi? I need to know for sure, bro. This is an L on my part. We know OpTic ceiling is T8. What is their floor?
Okay.
T12.
He said it's both.
It's both. Oh, shit.
Rafi or Rafi? Okay.
Let's go.
I just don't want to say it wrong, and I get corrected, and I'm like, fuck, I'm sorry.
Whatever's easiest. All right, but
I've called him both.
You guys think OpTic is chalk this year? OpTic fans, what do we think?
No, we're not
Can we lock in? Chat, can we lock the fuck in? Holy shit. Guys, I'm like literally geeking right now. You need me to, and you want me to lock in?
They're playing for checkouts,
for
bro. They're playing for checkouts.
You guys are playing for checkouts. Lock in for me, please.
Chat's in a credit right now, waiting for you, bro.
Holy shit. Yes, I wanted the trio to split. Why the fuck wouldn't I? Holy shit. Can we lock in?
Dude, like, listen, I gotta tip it, Preston. You even tweeting anything about the trio needs to split is just insane. I'm not tweeting no crazy shit like that.
Oh.
Yes, chat. OpTic is getting top 12 the entire year.
I know you got
And
top 8
just
already, so that's not even possible.
Oh, you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
After this, we're just getting top 12. Does Vegas win a match?
Yes, Vegas is going to win a match eventually. Vegas is
Major 4.
Vegas is going to catch like a Surge or like a Heretics or something on a bad day, and they're going to win a match online or something. I fully believe that. Should Cell have won MVP instead of Simp? I think so. I think Cell is the MVP. I think Cell was the MVP of the event, in my opinion. But I do think it was kind of up in the air. I think, I don't think it was clear cut for FaZe like maybe it would have been for some other teams if they won. Oh, shit. Damien with the $10 super chat.
Thank you, Jake. Preston and Alex for hooking me up with the maps earlier to make my pick.
He always leaves me out of his chats.
I'm now up
Bro. I was like, what's up, Jake and Preston?
1,600.00 in the last 2 weeks. Let's go.
Hey, Damien, we appreciate
God.
you, bro. Dude, he's up $1,600 on his CDL picks. All because we tell him what the maps are as soon as they come out. You can get them in quick. Yeah, Damien, we appreciate you. Now, listen, we're all about people making their bread around here. Check out Agent Picks. Link in the description. Actually, I don't know if it's linked down there yet. I might have forgot to do that already. That's an L out of me. Use code MAV at sign up, though. You know what I'm saying?
Who do you think are the top 5 players right now? Probably like not in any order. Like Scrap, Simp, Cell. You could throw Dill in there. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, the Dark
And then probably Hook.
That's a good list, actually. That's a good top 5.
Right? Again, not in any order, chat. Please don't cook me. It's not in any order.
It's in order.
It's in order. He had Scrap number 1.
Cook him. Scrap number 1.
It's like Roxas number 1. Let's be real, brothers.
Roxas is goated.
There's 93 you guys still chilling in here. That's tippable.
Let's go. Hey, chat, thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you for all the likes on the stream, by the way, as well. We appreciate y'all. Let's say FaZe listens to Preston and drop MC. Over under is 9.5. How many teams is hitting MC's line? Over. Over 9. Everybody. Everybody's every single team except for maybe LAT is hitting up their line, and even LAT might just, you know what I'm saying, do their due diligence.
Miss Maverick is in the chat.
Let's go. You should be asleep. It's 10:12. You got in bed like 2 hours ago. Go to bed.
Crazy.
Go to sleep. What are we doing here?
FaZe winning Major 2? Honestly, probably. Them are, as of right now, just based off what we saw at Major 1, it probably has to be one of those two, to be honest. Oh, Minor 2. My bad. Minor 2? Probably still same teams. Probably either. Still the same teams.
Carolina.
Ravens onliners.
Yeah.
Even though they got top 4, and your team got top 8.
What's
All right,
OpTic should pick up Pred. You think? You think that team wins a ring?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. You got to think, right? Like, I don't know if Pred and Shotzi would work together. Pred likes to lay down. Shotzi likes to go rogue.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if that would work. Guys should do a video explaining why FaZe already hit their ceiling. It's 1 major per year, then second or worse. And they won 2 events last year, so I don't know if that's true anymore.
Top free agent out there, you got to think. There are multiple teams hitting his line, I'm sure.
Oh, Fred's he's probably gotten at least 4 phone calls, minimum.
If he's ready to come back.
Fred was pretty, I mean, he might go to LA after, Luka just went to LA. His favorite basketball
I heard we're picking him up to put him on the bench so no one else can have him.
Great fucking call.
NADESHOT already took a 200K salary cut. He might as well throw another 150K salary cut in there as well for Pred.
200K salary cut to lose Game 7 round.
Dude,
11.
I can't even imagine the pain. That guy is the #1 LA Thieves fan. Like, he is the #1 fan. And even more so now that he's got his salary riding on it too. I can't imagine the pain he felt. I feel so bad for him. It's all right. It's all gonna come together, man.
I think so too, Viper.
Jake, I heard OpTic threw Major 1 on purpose to let FaZe have their moment.
No, wrong. I just heard Vickle and T's aura were just too much.
I think so.
Too early to drop anyone right now, Damien. We gotta see how they do next.
I low-key think Siege bet us some fake crumble, and that's what
he might have
got us.
He might have. Yeah, bro, the OMIT boys they better get picked up. You know what I'm saying? I might have to start doing some sales on Twitter. Start shilling them out there, hitting some of my contacts at these different teams. You know what I'm saying? Because, I know people.
Fellow to C9, Nep to Surge.
Listen, Kremp follows me. I'll hit Kremp with a DM. C9, I got you guys.
Fellow to ROKKR, would that be a bad team?
No, that's what Jake said a couple weeks ago. Jake thought that Fellow would be perfect.
Nah, I think Illy is just so good for ROKKR right now.
All I know is all the old mid boys need to be picked up. Yes, sure.
All 4 of them. All four of them.
All 4 of them.
Get them to the league, man.
Right, absolutely right.
Get them to the league. Hey, chat, if there's any Challengers players that you guys think we should get on the show one day, put them in the chat. Right? Who do you think? Right? Obviously, like, I'm sure everyone would love to see pros, but if there's any Challengers players that you guys think would be cool to know more about, be able to ask questions to, put them in the chat so we can get some names out there. Right? Whether they're on OMIT or not, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm sure our guy Rafi's got connections.
Encourage? I bet you Encourage would come on.
Encourage? Does he follow all 3 of us?
He does.
Yeah.
There you go.
I bet you Encourage would come on.
I don't know if he really knows who we are, but you know what I'm saying? That's at least one little thing. Super would be cool. Super would be cool to bring on.
Super would be cool.
Jimbo.
Cobra would be cool.
Cobra would
I don't know if Cobra follows any of. I don't know. If
Super and Cobra follow me.
Of course. Well, we got fucking Hollywood over
here. Dude. Listen, I got 3,000 followers, but there's some meaningful ones. You know what I'm saying? You guys might have double, but I got meaningful ones.
I've heard Neptune is playing great in Challengers. I mean, I would personally say, Neptune's probably...
your fiance's calling you Hollywood too.
Anyone? Listen, she's sleep deprived. Any of them will join and just say the words. That's what I'm talking about, Rafi. Let's go.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I mean, someone said, oh, fuck. How do you say that name? Elagio? Eli? I'm going to just call you Eli, my guy.
Eli works.
He said, I've heard Neptune is playing great in Challengers. I mean,
he is.
How we said, all the old mid boys need to be picked up ASAP.
Neptune's nasty at this game. He is.
He is. Like, no bullshit. He really is.
Dude, I wish Breaking Point had Challenger stats this year. I forget why they don't have any Challenger stats this year, but it's disappointing. Now that if we're going to really start locking into Challengers, and now we don't got no stats, that's unfortunate.
Jake's reaction to Nate following him back is comedy.
I can't believe that happened on stream. I actually can't believe that happened on stream.
Their stats?
Oh, let's go. I love stats. I'm a major stats nerd.
Love you. We love stats here.
Oh no, let's pull up some stats then. Why don't we?
You think Surge dropped Pixie for Neptune? I think it would help. They need someone to get kills. I think 04 is probably the one they keep, and I think Neptune would get them kills. So I don't know what the interpersonal connections between those players are. If they, you know what I'm saying, if they got any beef behind the scenes, but I think it makes sense.
Abizi not top 5 right now is crazy.
Hey, I'm worked with the sub. Yeah, I'm worked. Thank you. I think you could put Abizi in your top 5, but I personally think there's people that have been better across the season.
Yeah. He's not bad, but again. Is there a clip? A clip of what?
Clip of what?
Of Jake
of
being
me reacting
followed?
to NADESHOT? Yeah, it's on my Twitter. If you go on my Twitter, I think it's under my highlights tab if you scroll down a little bit. Or if you probably just type in like Jake Maverick NADESHOT, and then you might be able to find it that way if you look through media.
Pretty great top 5 this year in order: Dashy, Shotty, Hook, Celium, and Simp.
Hell no.
You need scrap in there.
Yeah, after the major.
You need scrap in there.
We cannot agree on that one.
Yeah, no, I think after the major, I think you gotta take out Shotty and Dashy, put in Scrap.
Scrap has to be in there.
Dill, to be honest. As of right now, Dill's been playing at a really great. He's been playing better than Hydra, in my opinion, and I'm pretty sure most people would agree with that. Besides Vegas, we've seen the straight booty cheeks, OpTic.
Respect my.
Yeah.
Respect my Falcons, man. Come on.
Oh my god. Name your top 3 Rostermania changes you want to see.
Neptune,
Neptune, Lunars,
and Craze.
And Craze.
I'll give you 4. I'll give you 4.
4.
Honestly, bro, take Neptune and Craze, sub duo, put them right on the Surge. Drop both of their subs. Put Fellow on C9, right? Lunars on Boston. Book it. I mean, that's what I'm thinking.
That's.
I mean, if we're not good GMs, I don't know what we are. Drop 04. I don't think they're gonna drop 04, but you might keep the sub duo together. Why not?
I mean, they have been cooking.
They have been. I mean, they just won the elite.
Illy's been cooking too. So probably Illy's got to get in there too.
We just like, bro. I genuinely, we need to see teams make changes in this next week or two, because this season is so competitive. You cannot afford to fall behind. You don't make a change now. The longer you take to make a change, and the worse you get throughout the year, the farther you get away from qualifying for champs, the harder it's going to be as the season progresses. So I want to see teams make changes. Oh, what happened?
Go on Breaking Point right now. They just posted their pro cards.
Oh no!
On the website or on the Twitter?
On Twitter.
Oh no!
On Breaking Point,
dude.
They posted cards for who? No, Vegas. Not for the Vegas guys, man. Not like this. No.
Vegas. Elite GMing right here. Pick up all of Omit right now. Guarantee you at least top 2.
Honestly, yeah, you're gonna get wins, that's for sure, bro.
Oh, a booty got the burger. A booty got the burger.
King of burger on the card.
King of burger.
Nah,
oh my god, not like this, dude. I mean, Roxas is a 50. Dude, even Xnid got a 57, despite how much better he had been playing. Dude, Kicks is nasty though. This guy Kicks is nasty.
Whatever happened to Kicks, they need to figure it the fuck out.
They gotta get him back in here.
What, you mean to tell me he has a 1.22 and 1.25 in S&D and HP respectively? What?
Dude, and he's also like, it's not like he's, you know what I mean? It's not like he's just sitting in the back, like getting bro, he's number 1 in kills per 10 minutes in hardpoint.
A booty burger is crazy.
A booty burger. Can I get a booty burger with cheese, please? That's insane.
Said, this is what you call consistency, but in the wrong way.
I mean, you're not wrong.
God.
Yo, Abby with the 20 sec. Let's go, Abby. Thank you. Love the NADESHOT reaction. Hell yeah.
Wait, Kicks was frying. That
no, dude, Kicks is nice, bro.
Saying, brother.
King, Xnid, Kicks, +1, bro. Whether that's the Whom or Wixel or someone, that team could be good. That team could be better. That team could be better. I don't know if it'll be good.
Hamza Frosty.
There you go. Get Hamza in there.
Thoughts on taking out Skyline for IDK Rewind?
Yes, please. Bro,
wouldn't be
put
mad at it.
rewind back in the map pool, man.
Yeah.
You can't tell
Sure,
me
but
rewind
not for
SND.
Sky.
You can't, but for vaults, you can't tell
Hold
me
on,
rewind
yeah,
SND
wait.
is worse than vault.
Yeah,
Why can't
Vault.
we just
Keep in
add
Vault
it?
HP,
Vault
Take
HP
out-
and control are fine.
take out Protocol HP, and then take out Vault S&D. You could put
Dude,
Rewind
honestly,
S&D
bro,
back.
even if they didn't put it in for HP, at least for SND, bro, vault is so bad. So bad. And LA Thieves apparently don't know how to plant a bomb.
Dude, why can't we just
That's
add it? Why do we have to
insane,
take it away?
I don't know.
Jake,
Then
one way
8
to make
plants in a
sense-
row is crazy, unless you're LAT, like could be.
Yeah,
Twice.
LAT are like,
Twice.
let's be different. They're never going to see it coming. Let's go B. No. Plant the bomb A, bro. Plant the bomb A. Get 2 jackals in there. Sit a crossfire in the corners. Oh my God. Throw a fucking trophy down. I'm going to tweak. I'm going to start twerking. You guys are going to make me crash out again.
No, we're good. No, we're good. No crashing out. No
No,
crashing.
no,
No
no,
crashing.
no.
You're good. You're good. You're good.
Jake, one way to make Surge better is to take and drop Nasty and Hixie and move 04 to flex and then pick up Neptune.
And Craze.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm Rambo,
Yeah.
I'd stop bowling immediately and go and
Mhm.
pick them up. And
Poor Kayla was getting slammed on the watch party.
Oh my God. I mean, you know, all credit to her for sitting there all championship Sunday and watching. She was like, I don't know how you do this. That's passion.
It's passion. It's passion.
Passion. Love for the game, love for my team. You know what I'm saying?
You're not dropping attach for Tyler Fellow. Oh, yes, the fuck we are.
Mhm. No, I love Attach, bro, but I just don't think him and Sib are gonna work together. I mean, they just had a whole stage. They just played how many matches together? It's clearly not. You know what I'm saying? It's clearly not working.
Pred won't be on OpTic, FAZE, Thieves, or Surge. Who would be next? C9 or LAG?
I think Pred signed an Omid Brooklyn to play in Challengers.
Mm.
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 That would
Inzo-
work
that
for
rock-
me. I could still cheer for him. That would work.
I saw someone put in chat earlier when we first had the announcement. They said at EWC, who are you gonna cheer for? OpTic, Thieves, or Omit?
Oh, mid.
Oh, Mick.
Yeah, honestly.
Oh, mid. Shit.
Well,
Underdog story too. I mean, come on.
well.
You thought I was OpTic Texas burner? Hell no, I'm Omid.
Omit's
Brooklyn
gonna be in the
burner
league
now.
next year, bro. Envy is gonna buy out the Boston spot. Omit's taking the Ravens spot. You heard it here first.
Wow.
We're crowdfunding,
man.
chat. Anyone got $1 million so we can buy the spot?
Who's got a quick mill real
Chat,
quick?
if anyone has $1 million, I need a super chat right now. I don't know how much the cap is on super chats, but $1 million, please. We're gonna buy the spot.
Come on, chat. I know y'all got it like
someone
that.
send in 10 millisec. You know what I'm saying?
Literally, bro. Abby, you got 10 mil sec for us?
Abby, come on, brother.
We need that 10 mil sec. Come on.
Falcons buying Omid. Telling y'all, Falcons, fuck yeah.
Let's go. Dark horse player for the qualifiers? I
Find an
think...
investor.
Who do I think's gonna cook these qualifiers? You know who I think's gonna? You know who I think's gonna fry these quals? Linz.
Neptune. Oh,
I think I actually looked at everyone's schedule for a video I'm working on. LAG have a reasonable schedule, and I think Linz is gonna cook.
I got Geo.
Geo's a good call.
I think ROKKR's
Neptune's
gonna get
also
better.
a good call too if he gets picked up, which I think he should.
I think ROKKR are gonna get better. I think Geo's gonna be a big reason.
King of Body.
King of Body's insane. King of Burger.
Oh my god.
That's just insane. Who will be the
My
worst
bad,
player in Major 2? No Falcons player.
Who will be the worst player? No Falcons.
Probably Shotzi.
Okay.
Maybe Dashy.
Maybe. Just maybe Dash. You're right, yeah.
It depends.
Not
I'm
on the
gonna
Falcons.
say
Preston.
I'm gonna say
That's-
Attach.
Damn, my bad. Attach. I'm gonna say Awakening if they don't drop him.
I'm gonna say Attach.
What was the announcement? We're now partnered with Omit. Omit Brooklyn, Challengers team, great esports org, blue colorway. You know what I'm saying? It all
Type shit.
lined up. It all lined up.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm talking about, man. We got 12 more followers on the Twitter, man. Chat, you guys better follow us.
Love that.
1,000 follower giveaway, man. 1,000 follower giveaway. Follow the Twitter, bro. And if you missed the announcement, it's also on there. That graphic is so hard, bro.
That graphic
is so hard.
That shit is tough. It just popped in my mind. I was like, yo, Rafi, someone in your camp gotta be able to do this. I don't have Twitter, Jake.
And it's all good. Or you gotta make one.
I will personally follow you, Damien, if you make a Twitter.
Oh. You can get Hollywood to follow you. There you go.
Alex, I love Kenny, but that man does eventually need to improve and get more kills. Leadership only goes so far. Is that a crazy taker? Am I right? He is putting too much pressure on other guys.
I mean, you want Kenny to get more kills, I would think.
Yeah. I think, again, I'm not in the scrims. I'm not in the room with them. I don't know what needs to happen, but I would like to see a little bit more presence from Kenny. Just the way Stel is out there literally just running at these fuckers with no care in the world. I would love to see that from Kenny. Realistically, will that happen? Chat. Probably not. But
guy is so humble, chat. He's literally there every practice.
He's literally in the facility, chat.
He's literally there every
practice. He's at the Hex quarters in the back chilling with JP and Karma.
This guy's trying to be so humble. I mean, this guy joins Omit. This guy's in practice with OpTic every single day, and here he is still trying to be humble. I mean, you just gotta...
He's a humble guy.
Man.
Rich, handsome, humble.
Rich, handsome, 6'5", humble.
Mm-hmm.
I mean...
I'm trying to be like Preston, you know, make 6 figures.
Yeah. Preston's got twins on the way, chat.
6'2".
6'2". You just tell him the short. He's 6'7".
Oh, you're right. I forgot. 6'7". I mean, my guy.
I'm 6'4". When I stand on my money, I'm 6'1". You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude. I think I lose like 18 inches when I stand on my money.
He does have triplets on the way.
Yeah. I do have triplets on the way. I do.
Yeah.
I mean, like
Mackenzie doesn't know it yet, but I do.
I mean, I'm telling you. I mean, dude has a Ferrari for each one of his kids. Can you believe that? Like,
he does.
This is rich.
Look at all the Funko Pops in the background. Those are all limited edition 1-of-1s. They go for about $2.6 million a piece.
And then there's this Jake Hollywood right in the middle. Literally everyone follows him. He has 3,000 verified followers.
I do. I got 3,000 meaningful ones.
Can you have a Ferrari? Sure.
Oh my God. I actually wouldn't I don't really care much to have a Ferrari, but I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? I'll take it.
Wait, Dakota, I was reading your message.
Thank you, Hernandez.
You redacted it too quick.
Not toys. They're collectibles. I don't play with them. They sit there. And I'm not listen, I'm growing it out, Chet. I canceled my haircut. I'm a man of my word.
He is. He's growing the mullet.
I'm a man. I have to let it. Listen, I'll get the sides trimmed up and started to shape in a couple, maybe 2 weeks or so. But I'm a man of my word, chat. I'm a man of my word. You guys wanted me to do a mullet.
I mean, to be fair, you were the one who put that out there. They didn't ask you to grow a mullet.
No, to be fair, 2 people in chat said Preston would look good with a mullet.
Oh, is that where that started?
Yeah, I said get 125 likes. We'll do a mullet.
You guys are so tough. That's what I'm talking about, Say.
Thanks, Caleb. See, that's what I'm saying.
I agree. I think you pull off a mullet.
To be honest, I did not watch any of the OpTic matches. I watched because I was at work, but I don't know if Preston or Jake saw that.
What?
He said Hook or Proto HP, Hook was checked. He made the rock call. Kenny said no, we're doing this, and Hook was right.
I didn't see that, but
oh, I know what he's talking about. Yeah. Hook made a call, and then Kenny was like, nah, and then they all fucking died, and Hook was just all quiet. Rat tail? Hell nah.
You're gonna make calls that are gonna cost your team. You live and you learn.
Can I get some coke?
Growth, chat.
Dude, Cole, I need some coke too, bro. I need some coke too, you know what I'm saying? For my boys, man. For my boys.
Listen, Major 2 is end of March. That gives me about, 6 weeks to grow this out? I'm not going to have, a super mullet by then.
I think it's the 20th is the first day, right? March 20th?
Yeah. I'll have a little baby mullet by then. A little baby forming mullet. I promise I'll grow it out, Chad. I am a man of my word.
Early Major 2 quali predictions. FaZe go undefeated.
Your fiance is not a fan of the rat tail.
I'm not. Listen, I don't even want. I do not like growing my hair out. I'm not a long hair guy. Yeah, I think FaZe go undefeated. I think OpTic probably go 2-5 online. Now I'm trolling.
Do you think FaZe's HP is an issues versus top teams?
Hey, Charlie with the 199 super chat. He has, do you think FaZe's HP is an issue versus the top teams? First of all, Charlie, thank you for the 199, my guy. Do you think their HP is an issue versus top teams? Like, as in, like, bad for them? Right? Because I guess LAT was able to take some off them, is what he's probably referencing.
Not necessarily.
No, I think FaZe is good enough in every mode. I think probably you want them to be better, but also you got to think LAT was the best hardpoint team in the game. They kind of fell off after the break, but then they clearly got it right back. So if there's only one team in the league they can't beat in a hardpoint, but they can still Nezlo them, it's really not too bad.
Listen, they only lost the hardpoints to LA, who looked insane the entire weekend in that mode. You obviously don't want to lose every single hardpoint in a series, but when you're winning every S&D, I mean, you'll take it.
Every S&D. All of them.
They won. Obviously, it wasn't the cleanest victory possible, but a win is a win. I'm sure they'll go back and fix some things that they need to fix, but FaZe fans have nothing but to be excited about. They could be, I guess, a slight bit concerned with their hardpoint, but not really. I mean,
yeah. I mean, the HPs were close versus LAT, even though, you know, Thieves were able to ice up in a lot of them. So I think FaZe is all right. I think FaZe is in the best spot.
I mean, like a 1.5% bit, and that's like.
Yeah, other than literally that first red card in the first series when they nearly got a 100-point club, they were good.
Damien, we gotta lock in. Oh, we gotta lock in. Does Rewind make a comeback? No.
Hopefully we get
so. Hopefully we get 2 new maps in. That way we don't have to worry about Rewind getting back. Because Rewind's not a good map either. It's just better than the 2 in right now. I just hope we get 2 new maps. That way we don't have to bring it back. Red card hardpoint isn't good. Yes, it is. Red card HP is one of the better maps in this game.
Red card HP is pretty nice.
Rewind's better than most of the maps. Oh my god.
Dude, red card spawns are gay sometimes though.
Rewind is not better than most of the maps.
Red card, if Hill goes white.
Oh my god, bro. I think every red card HP this weekend, we saw someone get gifted a spawn back P2, and it would like change the course of the game. It was like every single map they played. I'm
with you, Abby. A big Freak way. But I think Freak would play
like
on this. Yeah, man. You know me. I think Frequency would play godlike on this game.
We need better maps, bro. Well, I'm tired. We need Protocol gone. Get rid of Protocol. Vault SND out. Skyline SND out. Please.
Frequency and Arsenal would both be godlike in this game. Both would be godlike in this game. Just add both. You guys have the coding. Just.
Do they though?
Yes.
Are you sure about
yes.
That? Are you
yes,
sure about
they
that?
are.
Avalon BR map, Fire Range, and Yemen are on it. See, but that's the thing. Why do all the maps just have to be Warzone point of interest? Why can't they just be its own standalone maps?
Save time, save resources, save money.
Is it? Chat saying Dealership's a good map? I haven't seen anything about it.
The only gameplay of Dealership I've seen is like Zuma and Octane playing like sub 8s kind of in it. I don't know. It looked okay, I guess. I didn't watch that detailed, honestly, to see how I was playing and like they were playing, so I didn't see like minimap and anything, but I haven't heard a lot. I mean, listen, I guess the pros are just getting back, so hopefully over the next week they find some time to test, but I'm not super confident. I think I saw someone saying, like, I don't know if it's Dealership or Bounty potentially for SND.
Bounty, Hardpoint, and SND is good. Oh, that's good to know.
Okay. Well, hey, maybe we got to play test it. You know what I'm saying? Because we're the pros.
Somebody said something I wanted to answer. I don't remember what it was. Oh. No, I don't think the Jackal gets G8. I think they just take that barrel off. They try to play without a barrel. I think that's what they're gonna test next. I mean, listen, that shit's godlike, brother. Holy.
It is. The Jackal's
That
disgusting.
shit's insane.
Would Mercado work in this game? I mean, it would be a
Mercado's
bang
not
out.
Mercado's not a Treyarch game.
It would be a bang out in this game. Mercado, I feel like worked well in MW2 because it was slower.
Did you see that there was like
Age.
a potential leak that Halo and COD were gonna like merge and implement Halo maps into the game?
What?
Can you imagine that, brother?
Yeah, I think it was Ghost of Hope tweeted that there was a potential deal with Halo and COD. It was supposed to happen last year.
That's insane.
They were going to implement Halo maps into COD.
What would even be the point of that?
I don't know.
Like, just if first of all, I guess the companies would be merging, and then why wouldn't you just
Smoking at Space Rock, dude? I'm just saying what I saw, brother. And usually Ghost of Hope knows what he's talking about. That guy knows.
He does.
What he's talking
He's
about.
got good sources, I will say.
When does Preston make his CDL debut? I think on the 15th against FAZE. Yeah, I think he's on OpTic.
Yeah, I am.
He's subbing in for Shotzi and Kenny.
Yeah.
They're 3-4.
Yeah. Yeah. I am. I'm feeling it. 3-4-3 isn't merging with anyone. That's probably valid.
That makes sense because Jake in chat just said trade alert. Shotzi trade to Vegas, which means Preston just signed to OpTic. It all makes sense. Without the connecting, he's making 7 figures now instead of 6.
Yeah,
he's 6'7". 13
and he actually just acquired 3 houses as soon as he joined OpTic.
I did.
It's part of the deal.
Fucking loaded.
Perfect. That's free unders. That's fucked up. That is fucked up.
His line is going to be set at like 4.5.
I'm hitting. No, I'm not hitting 4.5. I'm good for 1, chat. I'm good for 1, chat.
Is dealership actually nice? I heard people saying it was like that one map from MW2 with all the cars.
No,
border crossing, whatever.
There's a lot of cars, but it's not like border crossing. People are being dramatic.
Okay.
Makes 8 figures? I wish. Oh my god, the amount of things I'd do for 8 figures.
I would do unspeakable things.
Oh my god.
What do we think about IW bringing back OG MW3 maps in 2026? Better or worse than OG MW2 maps last year? Dude, I'm tired of it, bro.
I feel like the MW3 maps are kind of godlike.
MW3 had some good maps. They did, but dude, these maps just
Like
they're not
what?
gonna play.
What
They're
maps
not
did they
gonna
even
play
play
the
competitive
same
back then?
in like.
Arcaden's godlike.
Dude, the games are just so different with the movement and the pace these days. Like, it's just not gonna be the same. It's gonna feel disappointing.
It is.
Didn't they say that they wanted to implement like wall running, but without jetpacks?
Yeah, they wanted to have omni movement with wall running.
Yeah, that's next year though, right?
Yeah,
I think so. And they're also gonna bring back Uplink. Apparently, is the rumor.
Yeah, Viper said it's a sequel from Black Ops 2. That's what I heard too.
I mean, I love that. I mean, listen, Black Ops 2 maps are good. Like, clearly, we had how many remakes of Black Ops 2 maps, and they continue to come back in competitive because they're just so good.
Oh, Used Joke said that there are lots of cars, but there's not any at the main point zones or bombs. That's a W. I mean, hey, listen, Chad, we're good for literally whatever. Obviously, we like to change it up. And last year, we had 3 of the best DLC maps added to the map pool, and it made the map pool godlike. So, whatever helps the map pool, bro. Because protocol control is ass. Protocol HP is ass. Seeing people plant A vault and A skyline every single round is ass. So, couple map switches and this game is godlike, because this game is elite to watch. Oh my god. Besides the Jackal being insane, but still.
Oh man.
Standoff and raid for comp. Yeah, but like I want to see some new shit. Like, why can't we just new good maps? Like, yes, like it's good to recycle and reuse, but let's just see some new shit.
Recycling. Throwing plastic into recycling. He's like, yeah, it's
Literally.
good. Nah, we need new shit, bro. I mean, listen, if worst comes to worst, they can't give us anything and they're going to give us a standoff or a raid. I mean, I'll take it. But like, bro, please. Like, come on. You guys have developed so many good maps over the years. You can't just lock in for me for the one time.
Yeah, I know.
Should they add a BO1 map to the map pool? I mean, Jake would say yes, because that's his
Hell
favorite
yeah.
color.
I want a WOG map, man. I like a not OG as in like older COD, but like original like DLC implemented, like last year, 6-star and Rio and Vista. Bro, that's what I want. I like, if we have to put it in Arsenal and Frequency, okay. Listen, it would play great in this game, it would, but I want some creativity. You guys are making so much money as a developer. Just make a freaking map that works, please. I want to see new. I want to see color. I want to see maps that are built for this game. This game has a movement system that nobody has seen before. It's brand new to COD. I want to see a map that's designed for this movement.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be taking a zip line that we could have taken in literally any fucking COD. I don't want to be running to A-bomb and S&D and planting, which is what we can do in any single COD. I want to see some creativity, man.
I'm telling you, put a redeploy balloon on the map. Let me start flying. Can you imagine, bro? Can you imagine there's a redeploy balloon in the middle of the map?
We could play uplink instead of control.
You just grab the ball, you fly into the zone. You got guys gunning you down out of the air. Oh my god. That shit would be elite. Nah, they just look at maps through COD history that have been elite. Look at the fundamentals of them, the 3 lanes, whether there was 2 floors, whether everything was on 1 ground level, whether it was underground, where there was buildings, where there was cars, bro, and just take the same shit from old maps. All right, bro. I think it's time we round this out. We've been going for 2 hours and 12 minutes, it says.
W.
Well, we started the stream for 2 hours and 12 minutes.
And free cam around.
W2, Viper,
it's
W2.
Avalon.
Load up yeah, you can see the Warzone map if you load up Lowtown and free cam. That's good comms, Viper. Thank you for the 2, my guy.
Chat.
All right, boys. Close it out for me, man. What you guys got to say, chat?
Love you guys. You guys rock. Seriously. Guys, I mean, we do this because we have fun. You guys are a big reason we have fun. And I mean...
Yeah, I wouldn't have fun if I had to talk to these guys without chat here.
Okay. No, but seriously. W episode, W Major 1, W omit, Preston so boring. Thank you. Lots of love, guys. Seriously. You guys are the best. So that's all I have to say.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great day. Partner with Omit. And again, we couldn't do this without y'all. But as always, if you love us, if you hate us,
You're watching.
Still watching. And even now more. Oh, brother, get ready for those challengers watch parties. Those live event, whatever we do. So, again, big shout out to Omit. Big shout out to everyone that supports us, because without y'all, this would not be possible. And yeah, hope everyone has a great fucking week. And I hope next week is even greater for y'all, because we have matches back. So, love that.
Go.
Yup, chat, we appreciate y'all, man. If you're listening in post on Spotify, leave a 5-star review. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to drop a like. Follow the Around the CDL Twitter. It's linked in the description. At 1,000 followers, we're doing a giveaway. We're cooking it up. But if you got any ideas of something you want to see us give away that's not insane, maybe one of Preston's Ferraris, let us know, and we'll see what we can give away, man. But we appreciate you guys, man. Thank you for the support on every single episode. And we'll be back next week with predictions for the pick'ems and stuff with the upcoming matches. So we appreciate y'all, man. Shout out Omit. Shout out chat. We'll see y'all in the next one, man. Peace.
Appreciate you guys.
Peace.
OpTic